It's your host, Audrey here, and want to start out by shouting out our certified Sam Stans on our certified Sam Stan tier on Patreon. Say that 5 times fast. That was a lot. We're so grateful to you guys who are on that tier because it's our highest tier. So we want to say thank you directly. So thank you, Kuda, Killabees, Templeton, and Elizabeth. We love you. Thanks for your support. And if you're not on Patreon, come check us out. There's a lot of fun extra stuff for you guys every month and every week. And to every one of you who has come back to join us for our 3rd season, welcome back. We love you. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Another box of cards in here. 6 boxes of these cards.
This is so cute that y'all are doing that.
They're holographic, so I want to put like one of these in each of our things. And Are you doing
like goodie bags or like just any like a grab bag so people can just grab whatever?
It is a little envelope like this.
Oh my God, y'all are so cute.
I wish I went to concerts that did this.
I know the closest I've been to is
K-pop
Taylor
ones
Swift.
do. Yeah.
Nope.
Maybe Taylor does, but definitely K-pop ones do. But yeah, so I have black and red because my outfit is like black and gold, and black and red is their concert colors. And my friend has pink and white envelopes because her outfit is all like pink and cute.
Oh my God.
So we have freebies that match our outfits.
Oh, I love this. They'll be like, oh my God, the black and red and pink and white girls gave us this.
And we each have 128
Oh
of
my
these.
God.
So when is y'all's first of all, Ella's talking about her Stray Kids concert.
Oh, right. We're recording.
I'm recording. So in case we keep this in, I want people to understand the context. And then like, yes. Are you going to share your outfit photos with us, please?
Oh, I will.
Because if this makes it into the episode, I want it to be in the visuals.
Yeah.
Well, I will take pictures of, I'll see if I can get pictures of both of our outfits just so that you can see how they match. But
yeah, what day is your concert? Next week?
It's the 23rd. So it's 10 days.
June 23rd. Okay, we're recording on June 13th, which is a Friday the 13th.
I'm very excited.
And that seems fitting.
Yeah, it's the only Friday the 13th that we have this year, and we didn't do a Friday the 13th watch, as I feel like
we didn't. You're right.
I had to work today. It was our last full week of school, so
are you almost off next week? You're gonna almost be done.
Next week is testing for us. So.
Oh, that is so cute. She's showing us her see-through bag, her concert bag.
This is my stadium bag.
I have a stadium bag that I just call my Taylor Swift bag. It's the only reason I bought it. And I'll just like wear it when I have nothing that matches. I'm like, Taylor matches everything.
I have never needed a stadium bag. I've never been to a concert in a stadium before.
Ever?
No, never.
Oh my gosh.
Well, my friend took me to my first K-pop concert.
Oh. I was gonna say you're gonna have so
much
fun. They're
year,
crazy.
but I didn't have a bag or anything like that. I had no idea what to expect. I was just like, okay,
we'll wear pockets or whatever. Well, you're not.
Yeah, exactly.
You weren't carrying 100 envelopes to share with your friends. That's so cute. Yeah, Taylor obviously like Taylor Swift fans would do like bracelets, but like they didn't do like here's a little goodie bag. That's so cute.
And stickers are going in the bags too.
See, you and Luck would be friends because Luck just went to her Stray Kids last week, and she said that she went to night one and there was a bunch of really cool like merchandise because they did VIP. Like she and her friend are like super into it, and that's what you guys are doing
VIP too.
Good for you! You're have so much fun.
And we're not standing; we're seated, so we can just go straight to the merch.
That's what she's doing.
No one's gonna,
You don't have to fight over your. Yeah, she had so much fun, but she said she was bummed out because I think her faves were like really tired, like because they were really jet lagged and they really like upped the energy the next night. And she wanted to do that thing where you just like show up at the venue like on another night and just hope you can find tickets that have been discounted because people start kind of selling them off for cheap the closer it gets. But she just couldn't make it work. She was like, so they were out in the sun from like 11 a.m. to when they actually like.
It's wild.
It's a lot. So she was like,
it's a lot.
I think she was like, I feel over like hungover even though I'm not
Hmm.
I haven't been drinking. And I was like, you're dehydrated. You're probably out in the
Dehydrated,
freaking
out in
like
the sun.
summer
Yep.
Texas heat, like for these
Wow.
boys. But
That was Arlington, right?
yep.
I think I heard the second show at Arlington
So
was
cute.
better than the first.
That's what she said. And she said that her two favorites had a cute little queer moment together, like on stage or something.
That
Like,
I was gonna say, oh, it must have been literally, it could have been any of them.
right. She said that she tells me that I think one's called Han and Lee.
Han, then the other one must be Lino.
Lee, okay. Yeah. She was telling us
Those are her faves. That's so
she
cute. She's
loves
into
them. I
Minsung.
mean, she loves Felix too. Like everyone loves Felix, but like
I have
Chrissy,
a friend
do
who's
you
going to the one in New York City this next weekend, I think.
Oh,
everyone has
Aaron.
a
Aaron is
connection
going.
to stray
there's
kids, whether you are
it's
a stray kid or you have a stray kid in your
we're
family.
called we're we're called Stay. The fans are called Stay.
You're a
Isn't that
stay.
cute?
You're stay. You are
Yeah.
stay or you
You're
are a stay.
You know what? I've heard it both ways. I don't think that
Okay.
you can really, I
I
don't
was
think
like,
any of us
how
can
do I
claim
say
to
it?
know.
It's just so
Stay,
cute.
yeah, Stay will love you or
It's
Stay blah
not
blah blah.
like it's not like saying I'm a Swiftie or I'm a Gleek or whatever.
Right. Here's my, how could
Oh,
I not love
what
him?
a stunning, stunning person.
He's ethereal and his
Gorgeous.
whole deal is that anytime he models
Hmm.
women's clothing, he walked in Louis Vuitton
I was gonna say Versace
women's.
ones loves one of them too, right?
Yeah, Versace is Hyunjin, and he
Hyunjin, that's
is
right.
Hyunjin, and he is also ethereal.
Gorgeous.
This is
They don't look
Hyunjin.
stunning.
Ooh.
Sorry if any of you guys don't give a fuck about K-pop, but I've been learning, so I'm interested in it. And I always
So,
encourage my friends to like freak out and be fans because I think it's so much fun. So I'm excited for you
fan
all.
fanning is so fun.
It's so
You
fun, and you
just
never outgrow it. You just keep doing it because you get big kid money and you get to have more fun.
Yes.
yes, I can spend my big kid money to
Oh,
go see this guy.
so pretty.
Oh.
It's very, very pretty.
I just love that you're doing crafts for your fellow fans, your fellow stay.
We're like gonna try to set ourselves up as like stay mom.
Oh my God, that is
So
so cute.
So we're also bringing like spare disposable earplugs and
That
like
is precious.
spare feminine products and
Heck yeah.
like
I love that.
spare sunblock and stuff like that.
Y'all
We
are
just
the
want to be
cutest.
we're trying to be stay mom.
That's the best. I love that.
I'm
That's so
excited.
cute. You know, community is how we get through these tough times in America.
Yes, it is.
It's
Yes, it
so true.
is.
Like it's again, we're
Yes.
recording in June, so this is like, June 13th. It's the day before President Trump's like big birthday like fake
Ew.
parade.
I
No
And
forgot
King's
about
Day.
that.
I
It's no
can't
No
King's
forget
King's
Day.
about it,
Day.
Elle, because it's no King's Day. Like there's over 1,000
Is
protests that
Baltimore?
are going to happen. Oh, 100%. There's going to be some in Baltimore. I've seen a
Baltimore
map.
has to have a no
And
King's Day.
L, there's a dot in every single populated area of America. Like there's
Yes.
literally 1,000 in America that are going to happen tomorrow, and then there's multiple in other countries, which is huge.
Other countries are having no King's Day?
Yeah, they're doing. There's 1,800 in all, but 1,000 of them are in the States. And I'm going to Pride tomorrow because that's Pride in Dallas. And I think, which I think is funny because it's also the weekend of Father's Day. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm going to be out partying super late and hard on Saturday night. And then I
I
have to
hope some daddies will
go.
be too.
Well,
Our
my
local pride is
fucking
tomorrow.
father wants to
Daddies.
go have a steak at 10:45 a.m. the next morning because my dad wants to beat the crowd. And so I'm going to be partying super late. And then the next morning, I'm going to go have Roadhouse with my father
Oh my God,
at
that sounds
10:45
familiar.
a.m.
That
Yeah,
sounds familiar. They were nice and they did it. So no King's Day is for us, our protest is 10 to 12, so that it doesn't overlap with Pride, which
that's so
starts at noon
sweet.
and goes until like midnight.
Oh, yeah.
And then my dad wants to do some steakhouse brewery something or other on Sunday, like
That's funny.
all day.
Um,
No, I don't know what we're gonna do, but ours is our No Kings is from noon to 2. And we don't have a parade until September because it's so fucking hot here. So
Oh.
we our neighborhood is on a street called Cedar Springs. So Cedar Springs is just having a ton of stuff at like the bars and stuff
Hmm.
on that street. So we'll go out. We're going to Gaga Night at Sue Ellen's, which
Oh
is
my
one of
God.
only 38 lesbian bars in the nation.
damn.
Actually, I think
Oh.
maybe in the world there's not that many, but I know that we have one here. And so we're doing Gaga night. And I have my Joanne hat I'm gonna be wearing.
Oh, that's
Hey,
fun.
my
Yeah.
town, Catonsville has a No Kings.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, Elle, they're
It's oh,
everywhere.
it's at the Double T.
hmm Here's
Oh,
the thing
oh my
though.
gosh. Okay.
Listen, don't go unprepared
Oh,
because I don't know how much you've been
I can't go.
watching. Don't go.
I know I have class.
If you haven't already decided to go, don't just like decide to go on a whim because like you have to like really prepare because they're like tear gassing people and being crazy. But yeah, there's one everywhere. Like you will probably see them, like
Yeah,
even if you're just driving around.
I
I'm not sure if we're going tomorrow, just
Mhm.
like with the way my health has been. I don't.
Yeah, you need to
I
relax
think
if you're not feeling well.
in Catonsville, I don't think that we're gonna have. We actually have two. One is the actual thing,
hmm
and then one is sign waving at Frederick Road. Um, that's
Oh,
it's on the map. Sign waving at
I
Frederick
like
Road.
they're just like
It's
gum
an over.
wave a sign.
It's an overpass. So it's
Oh, I love
Mm.
that. Yeah, we have so in Dallas there have been protests since January because we have a high population of Mexican Americans here and just Latinx people and just like immigrants in general. So like I'll be driving just like under overpasses and they'll be like waving their flags and stuff and so you just honk and so that's been happening this whole time, but it has been so crazy this week with LA and stuff. And we have our solidarity. We've had solidarity protests all week, and I've been really proud of us.
Hmm.
We've had like police like cross the line and like be interviewed and like post up with protesters. Like, and of course
Cool.
it was a woman. Like,
of
I've
course.
seen I've seen a few. I've seen like one police chief who was like in Seattle who was like, we want to like I will go to jail if it means protecting immigrants. But then we see people in Florida who the sheriff, I don't know if you guys saw today, the sheriff in Florida was like, if you step 1 foot out of line, we will kill you. And he literally said, we will shoot you dead in the street. Your parents will come pick up your remains. Like he said that. And he's this
Hmm.
like big ass, he's I'm not trying to be like a body shamer, but he does not look like the kind of body of a guy who can like even like chase protesters. So
That's
I
why he
just
has to.
pew pew. Yeah, and so I feel like he's just posturing, but it's just been kind of frightening. So
Yeah.
there's a lot going on this week. I'm glad that
Yeah.
you're doing crafts, you're building community. That's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
just doing
wonderful.
crafts this week. That's my weekend.
But
Um,
whatever happens tomorrow, we don't know right now. I'm hoping it's just lots of good stuff and we can
uh-huh.
turn things around. But that's where I have been emotionally this week has been really, I've been really stressed. I've been really like last time we recorded, I think I was like, I have to get off this because I'm tired. And y'all were like, oh. And I was like, that sounded weird. I haven't done anything all day, but I've just been like the emotional and mental labor of like just
It's
existing
work.
is a
Yes.
lot.
Yeah.
So I cannot go to No Kings in Catonsville because it's from 10 to 12.
Mhm.
And I have the last day of my writer's workshop
Ooh.
tomorrow
Writing.
morning. So the second week of my workshop is virtual. So I had to come home last weekend, and this weekend has been homework for that class, for this podcast, and also just trying to do my actual job and make sure my kid doesn't turn into a monster. That's like a long-term goal.
I think you're
But
doing okay so far with him. He seems nice. Seems
he's
nice.
he's a nice kid. Um, but I'm actually I don't know. I'm really enjoying my class, but now I'm bummed that I can't go to No King's Catonsville.
That's okay. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for us to protest in the future.
There will. Because Catonsville, nobody is gonna tear gas anybody in Catonsville. I would be shocked. I won't
Yeah.
say 100%, but I would be shocked if it happened because um the next day you have to like drop your kids off to school with that guy. Like it's
It's
such a
small. Yeah,
it's
it
such a
makes
small
sense.
place. Like
Totally.
no, because you're gonna have to go buy pizza from the guy you tear gassed.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the situation here
yeah,
too.
Yeah, that makes
yeah,
sense. So, all that to say, we're tensions are high here. Like I'm frightened. I don't want there to be the National Guard here, and it does sound like the kind of people who would show up um for those orders are the kind of people who are like looking for a reason to kind of be dicks. So, I just
yeah,
I it's a lot. It's been a lot. That's why I'm glad we're going to kind of talk about a TV show that we like because I
Yeah,
need to kind of decompress.
I have tickets to be in New York City in 2 weeks, so I'm kind of,
And see the Tony Award winning show and actor Darren Criss and maybe Happy
yes,
Ending.
yes.
oh,
That is me and Christy's first fandom together was like loving Darren
oh,
Criss. And that's how we
That's
became
how we became friends.
friends.
Yes.
I
that is
love him
so
so much.
funny.
This will be the first time he was in a musical on Broadway that I didn't go. I've seen him every other time. I missed him in the American Buffalo, which was a play,
Yeah.
but I've never missed him perform a musical. And so you'll have to just tell me everything.
I will. This makes up for me missing How to Succeed in Business.
Yes, and this will be better because he won the Tony for it,
I'm
and
so
he's the
excited.
star,
I'm
and he
so excited.
originated the role. So How to Succeed is cute, but like it's fine. And it was his first time, so this is a much better one to see. If you're gonna miss one, you missed the correct one. All right, are we ready to talk about Supernatural? Everyone who's listening is probably like, "Can y'all shut up and like talk about Sam Winchester?"
We're gonna edit all of that stuff out.
I don't know. I'll probably sift through some of it because it's cute,
Yeah,
but
let's
Girl.
no, Christy, you're right. Let's talk about the show.
let's talk about Sin City.
Sin fucking
No,
City.
can we skip that one?
I know it's god awful, you
No.
guys. It's god awful. Okay, so let me go ahead and summarize this one. We are not going to
Might be
skip
a
it.
quick one.
We need to fucking talk about this shit because it is one of the worst episodes of Supernatural I've ever watched in my life. So, first of all, just the previously on pissed me off because, like, why are we like drudging up the is what you brought back actually, Sam? It like that has no legs. I don't get it. Um, but anyways, so the show begins with like a cold open that's really dark. Um, this like priest and a nun are in the church, and this man comes in and he says God is no longer with us, and the priest is like, well, what do you mean, why are you saying that? And he's just like, if he is here, he's abandoned us, like, so he won't help anyways. And they're like, what do you mean? And he puts a gun like in his mouth and he shoots himself through the head, and then he falls over and you see like the back of his head. It's very, very upsetting. It's super triggering. And the
Yeah.
nun is like screaming. It's like very upsetting. And you're like, oh, well, all right. Um, so then they flash to the boys, and it's like I called it Hunter Craft time. Like Sam is researching,
Yeah.
Dean is trying to like clean parts of the cult, and Bobby's like trying to fix it. And they start discussing that they don't have a lot of leads, but this one thing might be a lead. And so they head to this town where the guy like killed himself in the church. And they eventually find out that people have started to change from being their normal, like wholesome selves in this what is a small town where everyone knows each other and is generally kind of like kind to one another. And they've started to be like assholes and like consider like apparently like one of the major things that they use to show what a bad place it is there's like sex workers everywhere because the only thing that women can do that's bad apparently is just be sexual. So that's like the epicenter of this is at this bar. So they go to this bar to try to figure out like what's going on. They meet this horrible man called Richie, who I'm glad gets fucking murdered because he's a terrible person. But Dean's like friends with him, of course. And so after he gets killed by Casey, the bartender, Dean realizes, oh, like she's probably a bad guy. He lets her kind of believe that she's leading him to a trap, but really Dean has set a trap for her. And this dipshit doesn't remember how to exorcise demons by memory. Like Corey was literally sitting next to me and was like, he should probably memorize an exorcism. And I was like, you would think, but no. And so Casey actually blows the exorcism out of his hand and then breaks the walls. And so they're like, there's a cave in and they're stuck in there. So they end up like talking to each other and like getting to know each other. And like Dean gets like super cozy with her and like likes her and like trusts her. And then when Sam comes to save her, um he's like, wait, don't kill her, but it's like too late. Along the way, at some point, Bobby has fixed the gun with Ruby's help, which was fun. There's a scene with Ruby and Bobby only, which was cool. And then Sam is able to get the cult, kill Casey, who is a demon, and her boyfriend, who turned out to be the priest. And it's like that's it. They like save the town, which Casey said nothing supernatural is even happening. They were just nudging them into the like direction of sins, which I'm like, okay. And then at the end, like Dean's to Bobby, like, you don't think like something's wrong with my brother, right? The way he killed those demons was cold. And then Bobby's like, no, I bet he's fine. And then it's over. And I was just like, what even just happened to us? Why did that happen to any of us? Like, why do they want us to have to watch horrible shows? So let's talk about why this episode actually sucks so much ass.
Well, first I need to just confess that I watched this episode on 1.5 speed, which is the fastest I can get Netflix to watch it.
That's
Um,
funny. Did their voices go high?
yeah, yep.
I haven't tried that. I usually listen to audiobooks at 2.0 speed, but now I
Whoa.
know
Your brain is sharp, sharp.
The
I have
fastest Netflix will
ADHD. I
go,
need to.
yeah, the fastest Netflix will go is 1.5, but that is better anyway because you're processing audio and visual, I think. So whatever. It just made whatchamacallit guy even funnier,
Richie.
and Richie,
He sucks
and
so
he's,
much.
he
He was
sucks a
wearing
lot.
a literal checkered fedora that did not even match his outfit. It was like a weird gray white.
I wrote down that his name was Joe until like halfway through the episode because I couldn't be fucked to remember his name.
I kept almost writing Ricky because one of my best friend's name is Rocky, and that's what my I will typo sometimes, and it's so I was like, oh, it's Richie, but I just thought, of course, his name's Richie. Like, whose name is Richie except some like incel misogynist loser that Dean is friends with? That's one of the things.
Of
Anyway,
course.
I
Of
don't.
course Dean is friends
My
with him.
good note is beautiful plaid on Sam at the beginning. There's like soft like reds and pinks, kind of a rose color, which is pretty. And then I love Bobby so much. I like when Dean was like, "Hey, you gonna have that ready for us by this afternoon?" And he's like, it won't kill demons by then, but I can assure it will kill you." Like, I just
I
think
love
it's so
about
cute.
that point. It's so cute. And about that point, right before that, Sam is like, uh, Bobby's talking about how they're trying to take it apart so they can see how it works and put it back together
Hmm.
and see what makes it tick. And Sam goes, "So what makes it tick?" And Bobby's like, but he doesn't say anything. He's just kind of like,
Like just
I
gesturing.
just said we don't know what makes it tick, and that's why we're doing this. But he doesn't say anything. He just makes a face, and Sam
I
is
love
like,
him so
"Oh,
much.
okay." But then when Dean is a smartass and is like, "Okay, you're gonna have that ready for us by the end of the day," he's like, no, but I will murder
I'm
you."
gonna
Like,
kill you. Yeah.
I'm just like, I know Bobby has favorites, and it's not usually Sam, but that just made me happy.
He
I
loves
love
them
that
both. He loves them
He
both.
he
that
does.
early glimpse of like the normal hunter life is
Yeah.
just so much. I don't
It's
want to call it
cute.
cozy, but
It is cozy. It's
It
so
is though.
cute.
It's as
Like
cozy as they get.
it like they're like it's literally craft time. Like Sam's
Yeah.
doing his thing, they're doing their thing, and like they're all working on the same thing. I don't know. It's cute. It's
Hunter
cute.
arts and crafts.
Also, Sam looked incredible in his insurance suit. Very, very cute.
Yes.
So we love that. We love the outfits. But I
I
think that's almost the only positive
his
note.
bar outfit was really bad though.
Oh, I don't remember. I know I made notes of all of his outfits and I didn't hate any of them. So I need to go
I
back
don't
and look.
I
I
don't
said
know. It
his
was
little
like
jacket was cute.
it was like a weird, like printed shirt and then another flannel over it and then a jacket over it and the weird slicked back hair. It was not
Oh,
good.
okay. Okay, I'll have to when I get to it, I'll hopefully it'll jump back in my head. Um,
I will admit this episode just started off on a bad note for me because the guy right at the beginning that kills himself in the
yeah.
church, for a hot second I got all excited thinking it was the guy from like Midnight Mass and all of those shows, Zach Milford,
Oh,
the
yeah.
really hot guy.
He's great.
I thought it was him for like a hot second. I got all excited. And then it wasn't him,
And
and then
it's
he was
not
dead
him.
anyway.
Yeah.
And it was all downhill
No,
from
we don't. Yeah, we don't get anything good from this episode. So, as soon as I saw Richie, I wrote down what in the world is that hat, and then immediately it's someone Dean knows, of course, with the tallest sex worker I've ever seen. She's like a glamazon, and he's like, "This is my sister, my
Uh, we're
stepsister."
supposed to believe that Richie and Dean took down a succubus,
I, there's
Yeah,
no
I made
way.
that a
like a
note.
high
Like
level demon.
Yeah, when Sam was
somehow,
in college, they like worked together, or
I thought, right, weren't demons supposed to be like this weird, rare thing when season one started?
and
but
yet here we are.
is a succubus a
Yes.
demon?
I thought it was a
Yeah,
ghost.
no, I
I thought it
looked
was a
it up
spirit.
because I was so baffled. And the Supernatural Wiki very much says that they are a demon under Lilith.
Oh, it is. It's a demon in folklore. Yeah, it's
Maybe
true.
succubuses are common, but well,
Don't
common,
try to give them
but
grace.
No.
They're
but
just no. They already
but
talked about. They already fucked up in the first episode where they said one of the demons is pride, but actually in the Bible it says pride
Is
is
Lucifer?
Lucifer, and they already said they're gonna reveal in this episode that Lucifer is actually a real like
mhm.
entity.
Hmm.
So I promise you, like, it's not gonna make sense.
I did as part of my first master's degree, I did a whole paper on the evolution of the adversary, where it came from and how the names changed
Mm.
over time,
Ooh.
how it got from one to like all the way to Lucifer, and like it's the same entity
Hmm.
Hmm.
like the whole way, but the stories behind it change. It's anyway, that is not relevant.
I mean,
I
it's
just because
demonology,
But
like
it's
folklore.
yeah,
cool.
because
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, because yeah, it was just I mean, all of that stuff is
Damn, that's a better
subject to
paper
change.
than I wrote for my folklore degree.
Would you write?
Mine was on the presence of like floating heads in different folklore cultures.
I
Ooh, that
love
would be
that.
interesting.
Mine was just my paper was for a class on the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Oh my gosh.
So it
Y'all's are
was
intense. I did like a paper over Batman as a Byronic hero.
No,
I love that.
I love that. I have a totally useless minor in folklore and fairy tales.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love
well,
that.
my first master's degree is in liberal arts. So, liberal arts.
All right, let's get back to this fedora incel misogynist that Dean, of course, is cool with, even though he's disgusting.
What does he say about him? Something like he's weird, but he's
He's a
not.
moron,
He's a
but
He's a
moron.
moron,
He's
but he's not.
sweet.
he won't
A
run
sweet
away. A
moron, but
sweet
a
guy that
moron.
won't run away or
Yeah.
whatever.
I wrote, Dean said Richie is a sweet moron. Who ships it?
Ugh. Ship him out of here, actually.
Out of here.
I will say I was amused by how amused Sam was by Richie, like how amused and baffled Sam seemed to be the entire time.
Yeah, it's one of those
Like that
things
kind
where
of okay.
He
Dean is
wasn't
such a tough
delighted.
guy.
Right, he was
He was like, it seems like not the kind of guy Dean would usually like link up with. So it's to me, it kind of came off like he was like, okay, weird.
right.
Where'd
It
you
was
find this guy?
it was like this baffled amusement that
Hmm.
was
He was just like, what the? Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed that Dean and this dude did a hunt while Sam was in school.
Yeah, because
I've seen this show
It was
so many
it was
times.
to make a weird comment about how I think the
Because they were hot.
prostitute sister
the sex
kind of,
worker. Yeah.
yeah,
The
Well,
slut
it's
reminded
sister.
them of the succubus.
well, and then like Sam's like, I didn't know you did that. And he was like, well, you were at school. It's a way to kind of like give attitude to Sam, like, oh, you
Yeah.
weren't here. And so I picked up on it because I was like, okay, relax. Like at first I was like, oh, it's school, like when he was a kid. And then I was like, no, 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 no. He's talking about Stanford.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I
I
don't know.
hate
I
it.
just didn't like how every woman in this episode was treated like a slut and nothing more,
Yes.
unless you were the nun at the beginning. Every other woman in this episode is
You were either
fully just
old and a
there.
nun or a whore.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like there was no other use for women in this entire episode. Like women can gamble, women can feel lust, they can also like be violent, and they literally were just there to be
Let's have a woman in a bar fight. Come on, let's do it.
yeah, they were
What?
literally just there to tempt men, as if because they have no autonomy of their own. They're only there for the men because men are always the fucking main character, no matter
Yeah.
who is what. And it just like was
Let's have
really
some hot dudes
annoying to me
tempting women for once.
because it homogenized and like converged every woman into one woman. They were all the
Mhm.
same. And I just was like, this is the worst episode of this. And here's the thing too, is at the end of the episode, I don't even think this script knew what it was trying to say. It seemed
Mhm.
to be trying to make a comment on humanity. Oh, you guys think you're so much better than demons? Y'all are shocking us on how violent y'all can be. Like this is something Casey is saying. And then
Mm.
at the end, like Dean is like, is it even worth it? And I'm like, are you above these people in this town? Like, what are we talking about? That humans are actually not worth saving and you have a place to judge them from? Like, this was the most convoluted bullshit I've ever seen. It didn't have a target, it didn't have an aim, it didn't have a message, and it tried to have one like all of a sudden at the
And
end.
I think it got lost from the perspective of like the writers doing such a poor job with like again, all the women are whores or the weird shock value of the priest with the bartender like
Mhm.
all of a sudden being
Who would
married and
ever
making
think that
out.
he would be
Mhm.
out like drinking or
Like all
making
these
out?
weird like the writers were just so intent on all this like being offensive about it. I don't know how to put
Well,
it. Like
it was
any
just
point they were trying to
stupid,
make was just, yeah, it
lazy.
was
It
Yeah.
was lazy.
I
like
really
I don't even
hated,
care about whatever point they wanted
yeah,
to make.
the part that Audrey brought up where the demon is like, humanity is all corrupt. You make war, you make genocide, blah blah blah. But then she's like, it's our turn, and we're gonna do it right. I'm like, with more war and violence and you're demons. Like,
Like, what do you mean?
what does doing it right look like for you? That is much different than what we're doing.
So the
Like,
writers were Kripke,
it's
Robert Singer, and Jeremy Carver, just so you guys
okay.
have like a basis of who
The
was
shocked
writing.
face.
Three different men.
Uh-huh.
And I think we go on, is it Carver or Singer we go on to not love as a writer? I can't remember the
Yes.
names, both of them.
Yes.
It was directed by Charles Beeson. I have no idea who that is, but I would say like everything y'all are saying tracks because there's too many cooks in the kitchen, no through line, and all just like very like short-sighted men in so far as how to write this message, which is that humans can be just as bad as demons if, like tempted enough. I, I don't know. It was a mess.
Yes.
I do think there were two small highlights this episode.
Hmm.
One was the sassy bartender that replaced Casey. Whoever the guy was that kept giving Sam so much attitude, he cracked me up.
He was super funny. He was the one who kept wanting like money.
Money.
And
Mhm.
I really enjoyed Jared in this
Yeah,
episode.
I
Like
I
was
did
going to
too.
say the other thing was Sam throwing holy water on everyone, especially I couldn't even be bothered to write his name. The supposed kingpin
Oh yeah,
there in
that
his
part
office.
was
Yes,
My
fabulous.
favorite. My
That's the
favorite part.
best.
that kingpin. So that guy
The bald
is
guy.
his first name is Don. I can't remember his
Draper
last
Draper.
name.
with a
He
T.
is from Stargate.
Oh, okay. I was like, you're gonna say he's from some show you watched. I know it.
They're all from Stargate.
His name was like Throttle or something like that.
Something
I was gonna
weird.
say like Tupper or something.
Yeah, it's
That's right,
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh yeah, it's something like that. But I forgot this was the episode where Sam literally cutes his way out of getting the
Yes.
cops called on
Yes.
I
him.
love it.
Because they're like,
That-
what are you doing? Because the funniest part to me is like, he's like beating their ass. Like, he gets ambushed because he's looking for like evidence that they're demons. And then he pulls the jacket over the top of the one guy. And then he beats the crap out of that guy. And then he gets ambushed from behind and he's like beating that guy. He grabs the gun, he takes it, and then he's able to like aim it at them. He's so competent through this whole moment, even when he's flopping majorly. Like, he's absolutely flopping despite the fact that he's so competent. And then
so
the
funny.
part that is funniest to me that they thought was the sickest moment is these two guys are being held at gunpoint and then Sam is splashing them with holy water and they're like, what kind of sick freak are you? Like, they're like, what are you doing to me?
What are you
And
doing?
it is really funny because you'd be like, yeah, what is he doing? If you don't understand, you're just like, he's holding a gun to her head and he's splashing us with the water. Oh my God. Like, it was so funny to me. That part was written really well. That was really funny. And as we've said, physical comedy is really hard. And
Yes.
Jared fucking nailed it. He was so funny.
Oh my God. His like the embarrassed face, like I can picture it. His embarrassed little smile just kills me
Oh,
in
and
this
his like
scene.
ruffled up hair. And
I think
then
so. It's just a big misunderstanding.
and
then
then
he's
he
like,
I'm just gonna
"Here's your
take
gun.
these and
I'll take these
gonna
bullets."
and he backs out of the room as he's taking the gun apart and he takes the bullets with him. It's just so competent
Sets the
despite being
gun
such a
down.
loser in this moment. It's great.
It's just
they just
pushy
let him
loser.
go.
It's
They're
the
just
best.
like,
They're so
"This
stunned.
is
They're like,
the cutest assassin I've ever met."
they're like, is this vodka? Because it's in a flask. They're just like, is it? I guess it's water. What just happened to us?
I am so confused. Yeah. Yeah. That I wrote, this may be this episode's only redeeming
Yep.
feature.
Truly. And Sam looks great like the whole time. Like he looks really good.
Does. Except I did not like his insurance guy tie.
You never. Oh,
The tie.
I don't
Oh, I
remember the tie
hated-
in the first one, but I do
I
remember the tie in
hated
the
green
next one.
and white flannel thing.
Oh no, that was I like that. It was like a forest green. Yeah, I like that
I
one.
don't know. It seemed like
Mm.
lime green. I didn't like it.
Oh, I'm
Lime
thinking
green.
of a different I'm thinking of a different
Lime.
I'm thinking of next episode. I'm so sorry. Can we please for a second talk about you can fit that ass on a nickel? What does that
What
even
the fuck?
What?
What does it mean?
You can fit it on a nickel?
I turned to Corey and I said,
does
what
that
does that mean? And he was like, I don't know. I was like, is this something men say? Do you guys put our asses on coins? He was like, I don't know. I've never heard that in my life.
I'm Googling it.
And then the
Your search did not match any documents. Okay.
for real?
I think maybe they made it up.
Well, because then the pastor turns to him and he's like, nickel or not. Like later, he's like, I better see that ass in church. And he's like, nickel or not. And like, I'm like,
Nickel or
so
not.
everyone knows about the nickel? Like,
Well,
are
I
we
think
placing the image of it on a nickel or are we fitting a tiny ass
I-
on a coin or a large
I think
ass like shaped coin, like sized coin? Like, I don't understand the
There
optics or the
is-
logic.
there is a phrase.
Okay.
And it's you could bounce a nickel off that ass.
Which that makes sense.
That makes
That one
sense.
makes sense. So are they
Did
they
he say that and I misheard him? But it did not sound that way. And I had captions on and I read it.
I had looked away.
I'm pulling up a script now. I have to.
Because we're very concerned.
Because either the writer's room partly remembered there's something about an ass and a nickel and then just made something up, or
What's that about an ass? You put an ass on the
you
nickel?
put an ass on a nickel, right? You can that's the point, right? That you can fit an ass on
I
it.
was like, does she have
Wouldn't
a
that make the
tiny
ass really
ass?
small? Um,
happening?
or they or they intentionally messed up the phrase because
You could fit that
Dean is
ass on a nickel.
Okay, so she just looked in the script and I did hear it correctly, and
wow,
we are
Yep.
all baffled.
we're
It
baffled.
doesn't make any
So
sense.
did the
No way
writers'
he
room not
gets a
know?
girl like that. I mean, look at her. You could fit that ass on a nickel. What?
I listen, either the writers' room didn't know what the phrase was and made it up, or they're saying something about Dean's laissez-faire attitude with common
But
phrases.
then if you're thinking, I'm trying to think of a way that because people will be like, damn, she's a dime. And they mean like she's a 10. But if you're
Right.
saying it's a nickel, is her ass just a 5? Like,
Her ass is a 5.
what are we
He
doing?
couldn't get her. She's a 5.
Maybe Dean's just an idiot.
That's what
Well,
I'm
the pastor
thinking.
also knew the thing. I don't know. Maybe he was just joking because he heard Dean say it, so he's going along with it because all the guys in this episode were disgusting, like Richie.
Every
But
single guy, every single
I
one,
just don't. Oh my God.
except Sam.
Sam was just like annoyed. One of my favorite moments was definitely when that sex worker with the bright red lips who kept hitting on Dean. And I really like that how she kind of stood her ground where she was like, "Hey, I'll give you like half off." And he's like, "What do I look like?" She's like, what do I look like, cheapskate?" Like
Yeah.
he comes over to Sam and is like, "Hey, I know how you can relax." And he like total deadpan just kind of side like looks over to the side and is like, "Maybe later." And then like I like how he's just like not impressed with any
Maybe
of this.
later.
Maybe later.
He's just like,
Whatever, dude.
just, you know what? Wait, like, what, 3 years or something, and she'll just do it for free
Yeah.
with Sam.
Yeah. Soulless. Can't wait.
Soulless.
Can't wait for that. Okay.
That's gonna be
So
so good.
I wrote a
We're gonna
note that
know.
said,
Oh,
like, I think I get angry in this because Dean starts interacting with a demon and everyone's cool with it. But like
Hmm.
when Sam does something similar later, like everyone
yeah.
is weird. And so that's the only thing I remembered when I was watching. I was like, because everything else, I was like, I have no memory of this place. I was like, Gandalf
No.
once again in Moria. And then I was like, oh, I recognized Casey. I was like, that's the demon that he like bonds with and like wants to protect and save and like not kill. And then, but
Just
then
such
Sam gets
bullshit.
railroaded for the rest of time for trusting Ruby,
She,
who actually
she,
gave reasons for him to trust
right. This, what was her name? Casey?
Casey.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Casey literally tells Dean, I was rooting for your brother to lead us into this
Yeah.
battle,
She said, I was
and
ready to follow Sam
I
because
was
he
ready to
was
follow Sam.
the whatever
We're
they called
gonna
it.
Demons are gonna win because humans are weak, and we're gonna remake this place, and we're gonna do it right. It's gonna be the proper way to torture and kill people, damn it. And then but he's still like, wait, don't kill her. Like, no, she wants to, she
Right.
told you
She
her
gave you
plan.
all the reasons to kill her.
Yeah, but
She just listed them.
he personally likes her, and that's always the
Yeah.
rule.
Well,
Yeah.
he bonded with her over like
Flirting, essentially.
she came from hell. He wanted to know what it's like down there because he's on the express train, and I think she kind of became sympathetic to him because she's like, it sucks, why do you think we all want to be here? And he's like, okay, well, I get that, except that's not enough to like not end her.
It's because she was hot. Like, that's it. Like, he thought she was pretty, and like, she even said that she likes him. She was
Mhm.
like, some people would make fun of you for making that bad deal, but I think it was brave. Like, she was just like kissing his ass. And
Yeah,
so he was like, well, I like this girl. And that's kind of it. Like, there isn't a lot
she
of reason to have trusted him beyond the
yeah
fact that
she was
she
an
was complimenting
interesting.
him. I'm not even halfway through my notes yet.
Yeah, I'm only like halfway through mine, and I don't even particularly like care. Like we can cut this one off at any
I just have a
time. I
lot that
have
I'm pissed
no.
about that I want to talk about because I think it's like there are elements of this episode that are used in fandom discussions that I think should be addressed because hello, like No.
It is wild to go back through these episodes,
Hmm.
especially now, and catch some of like the turn of phrases that they use
Yeah.
now that like we could never get away with in 2025. Like
No, it's fucked up.
like
Like,
Casey at one point says
oh, I wrote it
something
down.
like,
Hmm.
"See who shows up first, the cavalry or the Indians."
Oh
And
my
Like,
I
are
said,
God.
you fucking
yeah,
kidding
I
me?
said, so that now it's not just a misogynistic episode, it's also a racist episode.
Right.
Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing?
I was I think I wrote down yikes like a 5 different times
It's
between
so
this episode
stupid.
and the next one.
Yeah,
Hmm.
literally. Okay, yeah. Also it was a forest green shirt. It says another lovely shirt for Sam. So whatever it was, it was a very, very thin, like white vertical stripes, which usually I don't like a vertical stripe, but it was like forest green. He looked pretty in it.
I I hated it. I don't I
That's okay. I always
I
hate
like
shirts
forest
you
green.
like.
That's true. You guys are on
We're
opposite
on
sides of the
opposite
war.
shirt, like yeah, we're on
Yeah.
opposite shirt sides. Um,
I
I
think what I was saying before was
before she was jump scared by her own child.
I think I was saying that this demon woman
Hmm.
is she's interesting to me because she's also like um she seems to like be protective of her vessel and like she I don't know. I did I write down some more of these? I just kept getting vibes like not as hardcore, but I kept getting like vegan vampire vibes off of
Mm,
her.
I can
Yeah,
see
I
that.
mean, she did kind of say like I didn't do anything bad. Like I just like offered them vices and they went towards them. Like I haven't done anything to any of them except maybe like her like vessel, but that's like it.
But she does refer to Casey as like a separate
Hmm.
entity. Like it's not really something that we've seen with demons before,
Yeah.
but it will come up later on in the narrative.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I just found that part interesting about her character and how she was played. And I don't know how much of that was trying to sort of prop up this Dean is allowed to maybe sympathize with her and not want her to die, or if it actually is just some demons are interesting that way. I don't know.
Yeah, I like the idea of like especially because we got Ruby as well. She's like, we
Hmm.
don't all want the same thing, Sam. Like she's like we're not all the same. We're not a monolith. And I think Casey's kind of an interesting like version of that where like she's actually like quote unquote religious. She believes in Lucifer. She kind of evangelizes to Dean about Lucifer and talks about how no one's ever seen him, but we believe he's coming back and that we're actually going to like you know rule over everything with him and all this stuff. And I think that's like really interesting that there can be kind of like pious demons, there can be demons out for
Yeah.
themselves, there's crossroad demons, there's who knows what Ruby's doing, maybe she's a good demon. And I like that, but I just think the execution of this episode is so fucking weird. And then like
Yeah.
all of the like double
Yeah.
standards within the fandom about Dean bonding with a demon and Sam bonding with a demon and how one is no pun intended demonized and one is like not. Um and I guess because Casey dies and so we don't have to deal with the consequences of Dean being close to her, but
Yeah.
it's just there's so much that comes out of this episode that isn't good.
Oh, but yeah, but killing her,
Hmm.
humanizing her, which is
Hmm.
funny, she's a demon.
Hmm.
Humanizing her and having Dean sympathize and having Dean call out wait
Mm.
before Sam shoots her
Hmm.
gives Dean um motivation. It can trigger the writers to have Dean bring up the whole is Sam actually evil thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, which is
Uh
so stupid because how many times has Dean actually like without a second thought shot
yeah.
people?
And he's having this like heart to heart with what Bobby,
Hmm.
right?
His
Right
buddy.
after like I was like, are we supposed to be scared that Sam killed them without like talking to them first. I hate this whole storyline.
Well, and Bobby even goes, he's like, right, he shot demons. That's
He
like good.
shot demons.
He's like, the cult
Meanwhile,
is working. And
yeah,
Dean's like, whoa, no, Bobby, you didn't see how cold it was. And it's like, are we
yeah.
supposed to
I'm
like,
like,
what do you mean? Do
well,
you want him to cry about doing it? Because like,
well,
what do you want
cut
from him?
to cut to the very next scene where Sam is tearing himself apart for killing two humans.
Yes,
Yeah.
while
He
talking to
is
Ruby.
wrecked in that
Right.
scene.
And he still doesn't trust Ruby, despite there being multiple times that Ruby has shown up, multiple times spent with Ruby at this point, multiple examples of Ruby trying to help. In fact, she actually she helped fix the cult. So she returned the cult to them. And he is still not trusting her. He's pointing the cult at her. And I wrote down like, it took less time for Dean to want to trust and spare Casey than it is taking Sam to trust Ruby. And he's still about to shoot her 3 episodes in, even after, she's been helpful and all this stuff. And it's insane how things are always going to be okay when Dean does them, but the worst thing ever when Sam does them. And it's
Yes.
like, if Sam had like gotten as close and had bonded as quickly with Ruby as Dean had done with Casey, and we were 3 episodes in where Sam was like buddy buddy with Ruby, he'd be destroyed. But we're not
Hmm.
there, and he still is criticized. It's just
Yeah.
fucking insane to me.
Yeah. Well, and even Ruby, I wrote, Ruby says he's like, I don't have to be happy about it. And she says, you wouldn't be Sam if you were. And
Yes,
I wrote, why does
Yeah.
she know Sam better than Dean does?
because Dean
And
only sees him as the version of him that he wants him to be.
Yeah.
she even tells him in that same conversation that he'll have to do things that go against his gentle
Gentle
nature.
nature. I also wrote that down.
I love that so much, but it's such a good juxtaposition after that last stupid conversation
Yeah.
between Dean and Bobby.
I
Yeah.
feel like it
I
has
don't
to be intentional.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if I
I
can
want
give
it to
the
be.
writers that much credit.
I
I
mean,
want it to
considering
be.
where we go, I just can't. I don't think it's on purpose.
That's true.
Like the amount of one of the things that baffled me about this episode was the amount of lore that gets dropped in this episode.
Yes. They
And
mentioned Lucifer for the first
right,
time.
Mhm.
Lucifer is mentioned for the first time. We get Yellow Eye's real name for
Azazel.
the first time.
Hmm.
And the whole thing, like the
Here was the
true plan for
plan.
Sam,
And
like
that's,
it's
yeah,
all just
Sam was
kind
going to
of
be,
Sam was the backup plan. Yeah. A
he
he
was
was
chain
the
of
all just
command.
chain
kind
of
of
He
command.
was the
dropped and
next one in
then
the chain
yeah,
of command.
Hmm.
it's all just
That's a
kind of
lot.
dropped and then like hand waved away within the span of like a 2-minute conversation.
Yeah. And then we're
Yeah.
turning away from learning all that. Dean didn't say, Sam, you will never guess what I heard today. Like,
Right.
this is what Casey told me. No, we go back to, for some reason, that one moment at the end of season 2 to set up something that never comes really to fruition in this season. Is just bullshit. And I
Yeah.
literally wrote down after, maybe you don't care, but I just killed 2 humans today too. I said, yeah, is this the pouty sadness and regret of a cold-blooded killer? Fuck off narrative. Because it
Right.
doesn't make any
Yep.
sense.
I wrote after I wrote I hate this storyline because Dean was talking to Bobby. I
Mm.
wrote, Dean, you didn't see Sam cute his way out of getting the cops called on him. So
That's
I call
exactly what
bullshit.
I said. I said if you had seen him be like the dorkiest cute ever earlier, you would
Yeah.
not be saying,
The
"Ooh."
eyes of a
Okay.
killer.
Also, Sam, when he shot those 2 demons, he didn't look angry or anything. He just kind of looked like nonplussed. Like he was like, "This is what we have to do to save
Right.
my,"
He's
and
he's
it's to
just
save his brother.
He's saving
he's
his
just doing his
brother.
job.
Look
Like
what
it
stupid Dean
sucks,
has
but
done to save his brother.
I did like there were some lines that I did like, I will say. So
Yeah,
when the priest that we know is a demon, because this comes after he has shown his eyes, but Sam doesn't know.
right.
They're walking toward the place where Casey and Dean are, and the demon priest is saying things like, "Oh, really? Insurance, huh? You really seem like you might be destined for something bigger." He says, "You should be out in front of the pack and you could do great things." And it made me think, is this guy like fangirling Sam the Boy King
I
right
think
now?
so. Like
yeah.
because he and
Yeah.
Casey are. a couple, and they have been for centuries. I think that they have the same beliefs.
Yeah, they must.
It
I thought that
absolutely
was
felt like
such
that. Yeah.
a cool like a cool little, I don't know,
It
just
was like a
bit.
nice callback, I think. Especially because
Yeah.
I just assumed like during the Hunger Games of season 2 finale that the demons probably just all gathered around and watched because they were like, who is it gonna be? And like
Yeah,
they're probably rooting for Sam, but I don't know.
Azazel certainly was. I did
Yep.
find it an interesting choice that they chose to show us the priest's eyes before the commercial
Yeah.
break, because there's a choice there when you're writing these kind of moments, whether to let the audience know something that you
Hmm.
hold back from the character,
Yeah.
or to let the audience and the character find it out at the same time. I generally prefer to have the audience and the character find it out at the same time, but so that we can the gasp is from both parties. But there is benefit to showing, because now you've got the tension in this demon. This person is dangerous to this person that we care about, and they're not on guard.
So one of the last notes I wrote was another good plaid in the last in the last scene, but also that the little snippets of Ruby and Sam give me life. Like they're so good, every one of
Mhm.
them. And they're the only thing that season 3 has done consistently well so far. Like it has not done anything else consistently well
Yes.
the entire season so far. We by the end of this episode will have watched a third of season 3 and
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Oh my God.
only one episode I would be able to say is like a quote
Yeah.
unquote good episode. So I don't know what's going
God.
on, but like
I remember this season being good and it
I know.
isn't.
I don't know if it's
Maybe
like
Is this what
decentering men
maturing
does it
or
get
yeah,
is?
going to therapy. I don't know what it is, but I can't
I went
stand
to
Dean.
therapy and suddenly season 3 is terrible. Um,
That's my story.
Maybe it gets better later in the season. Like maybe it's so good toward the end that we're like
Maybe.
episode 4.
I
What?
feel like for sure we would have already I don't know. I don't know. Our standards are definitely different. Do we have final thoughts before we rate this one?
Eh.
Oh, I loved the way that Andy guy was framed in the stained glass window before he blew his brains out.
Yeah,
That's a sentence.
that is a sentence.
Um, also, they they had a mirror on the ceiling in their motel room,
Yeah.
and I just wrote, did they get the honeymoon suite or what?
Well, everything
But
in the
now,
whole episode is creepy. And then Dean's like, and then
like,
later he even acts like sad, like that demon's gone and so is that girl's body. And it's like,
you have literally never cared about that before.
but like he means it because she's hot. Like he's sad she's
Right.
Yes.
dead because she's hot. And it
Yep.
has nothing to do with the fact she was a woman with a
Ugh.
family.
It's so
Didn't
I hate
they
everything.
call this place like wait, I wrote something down because it yeah, they called this a half dead town.
Oh
Like
yeah, it's supposed to be like a boarded up whatever,
I
and
Mm,
it's
this is another one of those things like I live in a town of 10,000 people.
mhm.
I what does that make my town if this is what we're
well,
calling half dead?
I do
Like
think
I
that
am
the intention was that it was half dead until some stuff
Everyone
started happening, and then
changed two
people
months
come
ago.
there because of all the
Underground, like
sex work
light,
gambling
and
yeah.
and
gambling and
whoring.
Yeah.
And it turned
all of
into
the
Margaritaville or whatever they called it.
right.
That killed
So
me.
I think that was that they're in. I think the intention was,
So
but
in order
can
to
that
save my
happen in
town,
like
I
a
just
month?
need to turn it into Las Vegas?
Yeah,
Like
just
people are driving
introduce
in
vices.
every night. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You guys probably don't have vices out there.
Yeah,
Just introduce
according to
vice.
Casey, that's all it takes is to just present them with the opportunity to sin, and then they just
Tell
Okay.
all
tell
turn.
them they could make money if they did a thing. And then humans, weak. They'll just do the
Perfect.
thing
Just
to
do
make
it.
money.
And
Problem
then
solved.
Dean, who has never done anything wrong in his life, will say, "Is it even worth it trying to save humans?" Like, what are we talking
Dean, the
about?
paragon of virtue.
Yeah.
Dean, who
We
this
just need to
town was
end it
made
here.
for.
He
This,
literally goes, let's do some research at one point.
oh my
Dean
God.
deciding to
This
end
is Dean's
humanity.
ideal vacation town.
It's just, I just hate it. I hate everything about it.
I do too.
My final thoughts were that Supernatural should never try to take on sex work. They're doing a terrible job. Um, I did kind of want to talk about um the fact that when Sam goes, "What is it with people in this town?" and like the other guy goes, "Suit yourself, princess," and calls him princess. I think
Oh,
that's kind of cute.
I do love Princess.
It made me think of Rose's username on Tumblr, Sam Princess Chester, which is very cute.
Oh, Princess
I miss
Chester.
her on Tumblr.
Oh, that's so
And
sweet.
then if y'all want to talk about this, there I have two more things. One's quick. I said not a Dick Cheney mention, by the way.
Oh my God.
That was funny and like timely, I guess, like of the time. Now we have movies about him, but um, Casey told Dean everyone says Sam is the brains of the operation, and I thought that was interesting because I do think that like we definitely have fandom discourse about that line
Hmm.
from time to I mean like not Sam fans because we're like well yeah obviously but like I think like Dean fans are like oh my God that was so hurtful probably
It
to
was
him
so
and
mean. Well, Dean says everybody, and I think people take that to mean like nobody thinks I'm the smart one,
well
but
you're not Dean.
she definitely takes it to mean that he's talking about like everybody knows about us, like everybody as in
Mhm.
we're kind of famous
Like
because that's not
famous.
good.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's
Because
how certainly
her
how Casey takes
response,
it.
yeah, because her response is like, "Oh yeah, we talk about y'all. We know who you are." Like,
Hmm.
so
But I
yeah.
think fandom takes that as Dean
Right.
is sad that he's not the smart one,
Well, also,
not
God
considered the smart
forbids,
one.
Dean feel a negative feeling. Like,
Right.
sorry that you're sad about that, but it is true.
I
It's
don't,
true.
but
Sam
also I
would
don't,
would have remembered the fucking exorcism by
Right?
memory, dipshit. I'm
Thank you.
sorry.
but
Anyway, sorry,
also like
Kristen.
in this case, I don't think like Dean doesn't actually care about being the smart one. Like
He
that's never
doesn't.
been something that he's
Yeah,
been
he
worried
makes
about.
fun of
Right.
Sam for being
We're
smart.
going to do this the next episode
Mhm.
where he
It's
throws
com
a fit about having to go to the library.
it's completely fanon
Yep.
that this line is Dean being upset that someone doesn't think he's smart. It's
Yeah.
completely
Like
fanon.
he embraces that, and
Hmm.
that's
He embraces
okay.
it. Casey
He
understands
knows what
it
he's
to
Right.
about.
mean a different thing. The writers wrote that and then didn't write him correcting her.
Hmm.
That it's fanon that he's
Yeah.
upset about him.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to touch on it. I knew you guys would have some great stuff to say about it.
I have. Oh, did you you said you had two things, right?
Yeah, it was the Dick Cheney thing and then that. So
Oh, okay.
I'm good. I'm done.
I have just one
Mm.
kind of sweet tidbit.
A tidbit.
A little tidbit. Okay. So before we know the priest guy is evil, I mean, we obviously knew going in, but Sam is sitting in like on the little seat with the priest guy, just kind of like asking questions. And because we know that Sam believes and and has like this religious kind of I don't want to say like fervor, but hope maybe.
Hmm.
He is so small sitting on that seat. He just folded up so tiny, like, and the way he's like trying to choose his words so that he doesn't upset this priest, because I think that in that way he kind of fangirls the priest just because, not because of who he is, but because of what Sam believes he
Because of
is.
the respect that he holds for
Yeah,
that.
and he just like sitting so small. He's just the most adorable little babe who's also
Who's
like
also
10
very
feet
big.
tall. Yeah. I was just like,
Yeah, we love when he makes himself small. Yeah, that's such a good observation. All right, are we ready to rate Sin City?
I can't wait for Christie's rating.
I know. Okay, so we're gonna start with wardrobe. Our descriptors once again are horrendous, adorable, genuinely good, or terrible but great. Elle, what did you think?
Wardrobe.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna say I really like the suits. And I loved the jacket.
Hmm.
Um, just because I like did not like that one tie. I don't think I'm gonna weight that very hard.
Okay,
So I'm gonna say genuinely good.
cool. What about you, Christy?
I don't know. Like,
Live your truth.
Average it out if you have to.
maybe terrible, but great? Is that the one?
Yeah. I mean, if you liked some but hated some others,
Yeah.
that's a good middle ground for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. I actually liked, shocking. I liked everything you wore in this episode, so I did go with generally good. But I love that you were like, fuck the green shirt, because I deserve it because I say fuck every shirt you like most of the time.
Fuck that
Yeah.
green shirt.
Fair turnaround here.
So, all right, so we're gonna rate it as Sam fans first, and then we'll just do the general second. This is gonna be really funny. So we have screen time, enjoyment, and hard eyes on a scale from 0 to 5. Elle, let's start with you for screen time as a Sam fan. How did you feel about the screen time he had in this episode?
Um, well, I will weigh the relatively like small amount of screen time against the cuteness
Mm-hmm.
of the screen time
Sam taxes.
Sam taxes. But I'm gonna probably slip a lot of those cuteness points into heart eyes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I think I'm gonna give it like 2.75.
Cool. Christy, what about you?
I gave it a 2.5.
Cool. I gave it a 2.
We're not even talking about our reasons. We're just like,
Yeah, I feel
No.
like it's pretty evident. It's pretty evident, honestly. He's there.
he's
And when he's
there.
there, it's great, but he's not there enough. And there's
Hmm.
way too much on screen that I didn't want to see. So I gave him a 2. Okay, let's look at enjoyment as a Sam enjoyer. Elle, how did you feel about this episode?
Uh, gosh, it's a it's difficult because again, I enjoyed the times that he was on screen.
Hmm.
I enjoyed his stuff, but I really didn't enjoy like anything else.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give this one a 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Cool. Christy, what did you think?
Yeah, this was a real mixed bag because like the that one scene was so good, but any other scene where they were talking about Sam was so not good.
Yeah, it's tough.
So I just gave it a 2.5 again.
I gave it a 2. Didn't enjoy much of it. And then like Sam was just kind of there on screen with Dean being kind of gross most of the time. Did enjoy the scenes where he was off on his own, being either very cute or very competent, but like there just wasn't a lot of that. So
Mhm.
our last one is heart eyes. Elle, how were your heart eyes for this episode?
My heart eyes were pretty good. For
Yeah.
when Sam was on, he
Hmm.
was cute 110% of the time,
Yeah.
or he was very soft, or he was like distraught over taking human life, even though it was the only way to
Hmm.
save his brother and there were demons
Yeah.
involved. So I'm gonna give
Or he
for my
was competent, or he
or he
was
was competent.
deadpan. He was
He
great.
just
Lots of
he
good
just
stuff.
foof, 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 took
Yeah.
that gun, and then he was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Like all in the same scene. For that reason, I'm gonna give this one a 4.
Okay.
Wow.
Christy, what did you give it for hard eyes?
I gave it a 3
Okay.
because it was really just like that one scene that I
Hmm.
loved, and I really can't think of any other scene that I cared about.
That's fair. I gave it a 4. Because I loved every second he was on screen. So like if I was
Mhm.
going to like do taxes, I took from my screen time and I put in the hard eyes because
Mm.
even though he wasn't there enough, um, when he was on there, he did some of my favorite stuff. Like I think I had like a gift set where that I just kept reblogging over and over of him turning the corner after he embarrassed himself, where he just goes, ugh, and he like turns the corner. It's so funny. From this episode that I loved having on my dash. So I gave it a 4. So I overall scored this a 2.66. L, your average score was a 3.25, and Christy, yours was a 2.5. So overall, this was a 2.8 on the Sam Enjoyer scale. So now we're going to do the general rating. And I feel like the numbers are not going to be as kind because there's nothing here to like swing the pendulum. So, again, 0 to 5, we've got writing, directing as one, acting as one, and enjoyment overall as one. So, Elle, what did you think of the writing, directing of this episode?
Um, is it 1 to 5 or 0 to 5?
0 to 5, because you can give it less than a one if you want to. You can give it negative numbers. I don't care. This is fake. We can do whatever we
I
want.
well, I will say I understood the words that they said, and they were mostly in English. I'll give it a 0.5.
Okay. What about you, Christy?
I gave it a 1.5.
Okay. Sorry, there's a gnat. If y'all see me like waving, I'm not like dancing. There's like a bug trying to fly up my nose.
I
Um,
always assume B.
if it was a bee, I wouldn't swat it away. I would just like try to like save it. We must conserve the bee.
Oh, save it.
Um, I gave it a one. So we have all ranges of scores for this one. But yeah, I just thought it was bad. It was bad writing. It was convoluted, as we said. Too many cooks in the kitchen. None of them had an actual like target of where they were trying to go. We will have worse episodes that are written worse. Like Buck Lemming will be a thing eventually, but for now, this is the
I'm saving.
trash.
I'm saving my negatives.
Yeah, this is the most garbage writing I've seen so far, even including the first episode, which was pretty bad of season 3. Okay, acting. Um, Elle, what do you think of the acting in this episode?
Um, I'll give it a 3. I feel like I was supposed to be disgusted by stuff that happened, and I was. So good job, whoever played Richie. I hated you.
Ugh. Yeah, I hated that
I
guy.
like, yeah, yeah.
What about you, Christy?
I gave it a 2.5 again.
Mm-hmm.
No one did a bad job acting. They were all there. They
Mm-hmm.
all read their lines.
Right.
The episode happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gave it a 2.5 for the same reason. I think like Katie Cassidy, like I wanted to give it a 2, but Katie Cassidy's performance is just so good
Oh
as
yeah,
Ruby.
she's amazing.
She
She
brings it up.
nails it. She's so fucking good. And obviously Jared with the slapstick comedy, being funny is so hard, and he did a
And the
good
one
job.
random bartender guy.
He was
I
funny.
loved him.
And
Sorry.
Bobby. Bobby, of
Bobby,
course.
yeah.
Bobby's always, I love Jim Beaver down. I love him. He's great. Okay, last one, enjoyment. How did you just in a general way enjoy this episode, Elle?
How did I enjoy it?
Yeah.
I did not.
Did
Uh,
not.
I did not. I know there are going to be ones I enjoy less, so I'm going to go with 0.5.
Okay. And Chrissy?
Uh, uh, like
It's
a 1.5, I guess.
I gave it a point 0.5 too. I hate this. I hate this episode. This episode
Yeah,
sucked.
I'm giving it a little
Uh,
bit of credit just so that I can
dislike other things more
dislike
later.
others more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. It's funny because our average rating for enjoyment of this episode is 0.8. We
I'm
hate this
doing a
episode.
lot of work here.
Yeah, our overall averages. So just in a general rating system, I gave this a 1.3. L, so did you. And then Christy, you gave it a 1.83. And so overall, it came out as an even 1.5. It's
Wow,
trash. It's trash.
trash.
Wow.
It's absolute wet hot garbage. It's god awful.
Is that one of our lowest rated ones?
For sure. Like we've never given anything a point 0.5 before. Like there's
Wow.
no way.
I thought, Christy, I really thought you were going to say, is that going to be one of our new like rating levels? Wet hot garbage.
Wet hot garbage.
Wet hot garbage. We could just forego
It
the
should.
numbers for episodes like this, forego the numbers and just put wet hot garbage, and we don't have to even talk
I
about
think
them.
that's fair.
Let's go to the wet hot garbage rating system.
When they're so bad, the wet hot garbage rating system will be when we get into the negatives. I,
Yeah, that's when we go like episodes and episodes in a row with like no Sam, and we're just like,
Season 9.
hello. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
and season 9 we're mad, but he's there at least. I'm talking like seasons where like he's just like thrown against a wall, and then like Castiel and like other side characters are doing things I don't care about. Okay, guys, are we ready for the next one?
I
Yes.
guess.
You don't have to stop this and download it and restart it.
No, I don't have to do that
And why
because of
is
our
that?
Patreons being
Woo!
so wonderful
Yay!
and generous. We can just sit here and yap all the way through if we want to.
Wow.
I know. It's magic.
Amazing.
Thanks,
We've made
guys. We really made it. Okay.
it.
So the next episode is episode 5 of season 3. It's called Bedtime Stories, and it was written by Catherine Humphreys, and it also credits Carver and Kripke. And then it was directed by someone called Mike Roll, and I don't know who that is very much, but I think we do like Catherine Humphreys. So this is an interesting concept, but it's kind of just a really straightforward like astral projection story, basically. So there are weird deaths that are going on. Of course, the cold open, I think, is these three like brothers are being really mean to each other, and then one of them gets like killed by a beast of some sort. And then we flash to the boys, and they're arguing about trying to use the cult to hold a demon hostage so that they can try to get Dean out of his horrible deal. And Dean is being infuriating about it because he's not giving honest like responses. He's just saying, I'm the oldest and because I said so, which is so fucking annoying.
Mhm.
And so Sam's just like, so they start working this case, and it's just like weird deaths in this one town. And so they go to this hospital where they spend most of the episode, I think, in the hospital, and they're like interviewing victims. This is the episode where Sam shows what an artiste he is as a sketch artist. Um, and then they kind of start putting it together that the killings reflect folklore and like grim fairy tales. And so they start realizing that a little girl who's been spotted at some of the crime scenes is actually an astral projection of one of the coma patients who has been there since she was 8 years old. And through that, they discover that she was actually poisoned by her stepmother, who has Munchausen by proxy. And the deaths are being controlled by her like astral projected spirit. Um, because her dad, who's a doctor there, like reads her these fucked up fairy tales. So once they finally are able to convince the dad that Sam does this, that your daughter is in this coma, but she's actually a spirit, and these things are linked, and it's because your ex-wife or whatever, she died or whatever, but your wife like kind of did this, she will not be able to cross over and like pass on. And so the doctor lets her know that he knows that now. The little girl is able to tell him in her little spirit form, and then the young woman passes away. And then that case is done, which is it's interesting. And then when Dean is taken he's like sleeping, we see Sam sneak out, and he takes the Colt, and he corners a crossroads demon, and gets some information basically that even if he were to kill the demon who holds the contract, the deal is still on, that she is not the boss. The person above her has it, and she won't tell who she works for. And so after he gets that information, Sam shoots her, and she's dead. And then it's over. So then once again we're like, is Sam evil? And it's like, I no, but
No.
I don't like that scene, but like no. So yeah, I think that's it. I didn't leave anything out, right?
If you did, we'll talk about it.
Okay, cool. All right. So I said at the beginning, why is everyone so mean to each other? And then using girls as a cut down, like, are we 5 years old? It's so stupid.
Right. I wrote, you're a bunch of girls. Can we not?
And we know, and we can't. We can't not. We
We
always
can't
have
not.
to. We have to not every time. So how are we feeling about that conversation at the beginning of this episode? Because it made me really mad.
I mean, I didn't get mad. I just got tired.
Yeah.
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a bunch of like, yeah, I'm disappointed, but also, yeah, that's a bunch of dudes talking. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
shocker.
it's three dudes. I mean, they give us
I'm not
we're s-
talking about that.
oh,
I was
Oh,
talking
what are we
about the
talking about?
conversation the boys were having.
oh,
I'm so sorry. I skipped away from the three little pigs.
Different boys,
Yeah,
not the
oh,
three
I
little
yeah.
forgot
pigs.
that they're three little pigs. They get killed by the wolf. I meant the
Um,
conversation between Sam and Dean where he's being
oh,
so
okay.
like
I just wanted to point
dismissive.
out that the Three Little Pigs truck says bacon on it.
Oh my
It's
God.
BAYCON, like Bay Construction maybe.
Oh my
And it's over
God.
a BB, which I assume they're the Bacon Bros.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, that's what I took out of that opening.
Wow.
Oh, and of
That's
course
such a
there's a
good
little snort.
observation. Yes, I did catch on to that. I was
Yeah.
like, feel like there's something piggy going on here, but I couldn't
I know, I
remember.
felt so smart to like right away go, wait,
Oh,
like the three little pigs.
yeah,
And
because that
then
their conversation is like,
They're
well, we
building
gotta
like
do lumber.
houses.
Oh, we gotta do brick. I'm like, oh,
Oh
okay.
my
One of
God.
these guys wants to build their house out of sticks, but he's being real quiet right now.
I just felt bad because I was like, they hired these like round men to play like the three little pigs, and I just felt like that was rude.
Yeah, it's a little rude.
And they're all like, they kind of all look like James Corden a little bit. Like, it's just like, I thought that was kind of like rude, but anyway.
I really did love all of the little um like ma little magical elements of like fairy tales, like the
Mhm.
toad and
The toad
all of that
ruled.
stuff.
He
The
was so cute.
toad. But yes, okay. Um,
Sorry, I wasn't clear
the
about that. I
the
meant the
brothers,
conversation. Yeah.
the
The other
brothers,
brothers.
The
the
other
other brothers.
brothers.
You can't even just say the brothers.
I
They're all
mean, there were
brothers.
too many brothers.
Too many men in this show.
That is true.
Uh, so okay, so they're having this argument
Mhm.
about um, Dean, Dean's dying, and Sam's
Sam's like,
like,
why don't we take the cult
let's
and like just
figure it
shoot
out.
shoot the demon or make them tear up the contract so
Hmm.
that they don't get shot. And he's like, we're not doing it. And Sam's like, why not? And he goes, because I said so. And it's like, oh my God. And
Right.
Sam
And
even says,
Sam
Sam says,
says,
you're
you're
not
not
dead.
dad.
hmm
And
which
thank God
stops
for
the
that.
argument right in the track, right in
So he
its
sure
tracks.
does
The
try.
whole scene is lit up in red,
Mm.
and it's just like that stops Dean for some heavy moments. And then he has to resort to,
Well,
well, I'm
I'm
still
the
the oldest.
oldest. Well,
And
Yeah.
you're
I know
always
what's
gonna be the
best.
oldest. Like
That's
that's such
never
a
gonna change,
it's
dude.
such a
That's not a
bullshit reason. Like you're always
Dean's
gonna
I
be the
know what's
oldest.
best is what
yes.
drove me up a wall. Like, I think
Like
this
for
is,
who is it best?
we see this shift here
Hmm.
that is going to set the tone for honestly the rest of the show, I think.
God, yeah, for
Because
12 more seasons.
because Sam kind of just like Sam will do his own thing at the end of the episode, but he kind of backs off after, no,
He
I'm the oldest, I know what's best.
Well, I think
Yeah.
he sees too that like there's no arguing
Right.
with him. Like
There's no arguing.
he's like,
Right, but that
fine,
really sets
this
a tone that we're going to see repeated over and over again.
yeah, and this is the first time we've seen, well, maybe not the first time, but I feel like this is like one of the most like this is one of the biggest moments
Right, this is the
where
poignant
he
one.
where he first sneaks out and does something behind Dean's back. And I think, well, it's because he knows he's not allowed to make his own choices. So he has to hide them
Hmm.
from
Yeah.
Dean. And so Dean puts him in a position where he's like backed into a corner. And it's
Right.
like, I'm sorry, but
He's
he's an adult and he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
yeah.
And he can make these decisions because, hello, Dean made this decision for the both of them. So I feel like Sam should get to make some decisions within this situation too to see if he can get out of it. And I
Right.
feel like um when people demonize Sam for this, which fandom does, like, why is he lying to Dean? It's because fuck Dean, honestly, because I said so. Fuck that. Like Sam
That's
can't
not
because Sam gets to do it because he gets to. I don't know how to explain to you that adults should get to make decisions about their own like existence in life. And he's trying
yeah.
to find a way out of what Dean put both of them into.
Yes. I mean, and it's not like he just pretends he's fine with it. Dean is like, okay, he's trying to change the subject because he doesn't want
Mhm.
to argue about this anymore, but he's also kind of like, oh,
He's like,
Sam's
look at the
mad.
map. Like, show me,
Like,
talk to me about
all
the
right, tell
place or
me about the
whatever.
psychotic killer. And Sam is
Right.
like, mm, mm. And Dean almost desperately is like, come on, tell me about the psychotic killer. Like,
Mhm.
Hmm.
let's be normal. Let's get off that topic. I know talking about a psychotic killer is gonna cheer you up. And but then Sam is just like he's like bored when he reads in the details. And
You
then
can tell he's like
he's
seething kind of.
yeah, he's like reporting the stuff about the phases of the moon and the werewolves, and we only have 2 days left if it's a werewolf to stop it. And he's just like, I am not gonna pretend to be happy about this.
Mhm.
And you better not like come away from this argument thinking that I agree with you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I also wrote down that like being the oldest is also only for 5-year-olds. Like, I don't, what are we
Yes.
doing?
Right.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine having that argument with my like 30-year-old brother right now. Like, could you imagine?
It's so
No, I'm the
insane.
oldest.
Yeah.
Well, and
What?
I
it's
would
the
never
same.
say that to my brother. We're in our
Right.
40s.
Well, and it's one of those things that like I get really heated about because I went to therapy because I was codependent with my parents and they wouldn't allow me to be an adult. And they brought me up to like always kind of like yield to their comfort. And so I spent my 20s trying to like keep harmony with their feelings and not really living for myself. And so
Hmm.
I had to go to therapy and be taught that it's okay as an adult to just be an adult. And like your parents are going to look at you as a child, but you can just remind them, okay, well, I'm an adult and that's for you to figure out how you feel about that. But I'm not going to like bend around it anymore. And so it's really hard for me to watch the dynamic between Sam and Dean, where Dean is always like pulling out the laws of their childhood when it's like, you guys are both full grown people though. And so Sam deserves the respect of an adult, and I fucking swear to God, he never gets it. It's so frustrating to me.
He never gets it from Dean, at least.
Well, and that's how he lives his life, right? He doesn't
Yeah.
ever he never leaves Dean. And then the one time he thinks that I'm not going to get into it because that's like the whole series, but you
That's
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like he literally tiptoes through his life around that like thesis statement from Dean. I'm the oldest, I'm entitled, I'm doing what's best.
And if you try to not, I will definitely punch you in the head.
Yeah, like this is a whole please go no contact with your brother Sam like situation if I were on TikTok.
Right? If he
Yeah.
posted
Hmm.
any of these arguments on like,
Hmm.
am I the asshole or did I am I
Hmm.
overreacting on Reddit?
Yes,
They'd be like,
yes,
you need to go low or no contact with this dude, man.
yes. Oh my God. That would be so funny. Like, if we had like fan art of like Sam like going on like Reddit trying to figure out no
Oh
one ever
man, it
talks
would
to
be
me about
like
these things. Like, what am I in the wrong? Like,
it would be like old school Ask Sam on the Tumblr.
yes. I
Uh,
brought
Yes.
Ashley's like book out the other day
uh,
to show Corey because we were talking about that.
uh,
But
I love it.
anyway, something cute from this episode is sketch artist Sam. Do we want to talk about him?
Sure. He's
Yes.
cute.
So cute. Yeah, it's cute.
So talented.
Yeah, I
He
was.
drew, I'm just impressed he actually drew anything because he clearly wasn't expecting to show the guy.
Mhm.
Like,
It's like
why
it's
did he
a work
bother?
in progress. It's like sausage fingers. Like,
He's got like as a body.
and like point like sticks his hair like the little.
It's so ridiculous.
I
Like,
know.
and it's not like that drawing told him anything except the tattoo because he didn't write 6 feet next to it or anything. He didn't
The
draw
eye
a line
color.
to the eyes and write brown next to it or whatever color they were. Like he didn't do it.
I wonder if he was drawing someone that fit the description from his memory. That would be really funny. It's like, oh,
Oh
this is
my
that
gosh.
one guy I saw at one time at like this
Oh
truck
my
stop.
gosh. Yeah. Well, he's very, very cute. That was very adorable.
Very cute. So the
Uh,
old lady at the cottage,
I loved her.
she rules.
She's amazing.
oh my God.
She had so much fun with us.
Yeah, the way that it was like the Hansel and Gretel situation where
Mm-hmm.
like two people are out like get lost hiking and she has this like cottage and she feeds them pie, I think,
It's pie. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
and poisons them and then starts stabbing them and she's stabbing them like really dainty, like
Smiling the entire time. Just
I
it's
just
so funny.
and the whole way that like that whole scene starts out with this like very fairy tale music, and it's
Hmm.
very chimes
walking
as
through the
they're
woods.
walking through the woods. Um, I'll give you one guess about what I'm gonna say about the dude in the couple.
I don't know. I don't remember him at
Mm.
all.
He was on Stargate.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
was like, he was a
No,
misogynist. Like
he
that's what
was
it
an
no,
is.
idiot.
no,
Like,
he was on Stargate Universe. Patrick Gilmore. I really love him. He's also in Travelers,
Oh.
oh,
which is another really good show. But so I was sad that he was the one that died, but Hansel died. That's fine. But I just love the way that whole scene is shot, and they're like, it's just something about the coloring of that scene and
Hmm.
like the floaty camera. It just feels so much more fairy tale.
It
And
was
then
stylized. Yeah.
yeah, and then the way that the camera kind of it moves onto the old lady and her house, and then I think we get a shot of Hansel. He has a real name, but we get a shot of his face and he's
Hmm.
like, and then we see the pie in the window and the camera zooms right in on the pie and you're like, oh, okay.
Right.
All right, this is what's gonna happen. Got it, got it, got it. Don't trust
Right.
old ladies in the forest.
Yeah, she was like too sweet. She was a
She was
little.
so, and how does an old lady that is that sweet live that far out in the forest?
Yeah, because she was saying y'all are really like deep. And I was like, does she
Deep in the
churn her
forest,
own butter? Like she have a farm?
right?
Like or is she
She
like a garden? Like I was just like,
she's clearly just a
she's
witch.
a witch and
She's a witch.
she eats people. That's what she does. What am I even asking? She clearly like murders people and eats them. That's what the witch does.
That's what the witch does. But that, you know what, that I have some concerns about the logic of this story. Like, does
Maybe
she
that's
always exist out there?
well,
She's just a
listen,
lady, and then the
remember when like Red Riding Hood, like they stop the spell in the middle of
yeah.
like so they
and the
just
guy. Mhm.
were like, wait a second,
So
where am I? What the fuck's going on?
right. So does that lady live out there normally and just happens to get caught up in the spell? Or does is that lady just a normal person who got caught up in the spell and trudged out into the woods so she could play her role as
I wonder if like
whatever that
the house
lady's name
like
was?
appeared or something for her
Like,
to
and
like
she just
lure
like
them. Yeah, I
maybe
don't
she
know.
appeared like when the girl is gone, does she like startle awake in a house that like disappears around her and now she's stuck in the middle of the
I
forest?
mean,
Or
no,
like,
she's probably in jail for murder.
I mean, if
Yeah.
They
anybody
got
found her,
her.
if any, well, yeah, that's true.
They got
Oh,
her.
uh, she got killed. The woman
Right.
pushed her, she hit her head,
That's
and she
right.
died. But
And
that,
that was what the victim did a great job acting, that not only was she upset her husband died, but she was showing grief for maybe possibly of killing that
Yeah.
yeah.
woman.
And I just, but now if that lady was just caught up in the spell, is it possible that she's she only exists as part of the spell?
It
No,
seemed
she's got to be a person, right?
no,
Everybody
no, no,
else
no.
was.
Yeah, I think the only person who didn't exist was the little girl.
Hmm.
Because she was
Yeah.
like an astral projection or a
Yeah.
spirit. But she's not dead yet. So to me, she's an astral projection.
I think astral projection is more accurate.
Yeah.
But like yeah, so that old lady was a real old lady. That was somebody's grandma.
Hmm.
She's presented as an evil like cannibal, but
Dang.
we never get to see her before she turned into
Right.
that.
So we have like the evil wolf who has now murdered like three separate people,
Hmm.
or the evil stepmother who kidnapped Cinderella and locked her
Like
up.
handcuffed her to the like
Mhm.
oven or something. Oh
So
God,
are
the
we just
scissors.
right,
That's
are we just calling it a day with them in jail? Like, okay, problem solved, bye?
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
well, because they said in the last episode, humans aren't our problem. So it's like once the supernatural stuff is cleared, they're like, peace.
I mean, like those
Problem
people
solved.
are like, I don't know even how I got here.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say? I killed three
So
people.
they have
Like,
to go through the justice system and like plead insanity or
oh,
something.
that's gonna work out really well for
Oh
them. Our
yeah, that'll
justice
I
go
mean,
system
great.
is completely well oiled and fair.
yeah, that's not the Winchester's problem though. They were out of
Nope.
town.
They are gone. They've
They're
blown that popsicle stand.
hmm
That poor old lady, who's probably a grandma, she's dead. Gretel, no, Hansel, he's dead.
hmm
I talking about the
The big,
acting though,
the Little Red Riding Hood grandma died too, right? Because he
Yep.
killed her
he killed her
violently,
violently, and
violently.
oh my
It was
God.
really, really upsetting.
Um,
The
the
two
talk
brothers are dead.
the
hmm
two brothers are dead. That brother, the
hmm
surviving brother in the hospital,
hmm
when Sam's trying to soothe him, so he says, it's okay. And he goes, no.
No, it's
Like the way
not.
that he
Those are
said
my
that,
brothers.
I was just like, that's really good. You should be more than a background character in
Hmm.
someone's TV show because he does such a good job. Like I
Yeah, he
felt
did.
very sad when he was talking about, he's like, no, my brothers are dead. Like, but then of
Yeah,
course, Sam takes that to heart because the guy
Hmm.
pull out, I mean, they're not subtle. How would you feel if
it's
it
one of
was your
those
brother?
parallels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't imagine anything worse. And he's looking at Dean like, hello, like you're making this happen to me. Like you're choosing this for me. Then, of course,
Yep.
at the end, like he's like, you got to let go or whatever. And Dean's like, see, maybe you should take a message
Hmm.
from. And it's like, it's not the same because the doctor at the end is letting his poor daughter go so she can pass on and stop being in a coma and then like probably go to a pleasant place.
Yeah.
If we let Dean go, he goes to fucking hell. And we've
Hmm.
already discussed how
Hmm.
unbearable it was for Dean to have to live knowing that he's the reason his father went to hell. And I just think it's a really unfair, fake ass like
Yes.
comparison. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
Agreed.
don't
Hmm.
love that. That is what the narrative is like presenting
Yeah.
us with. Because it's like, well, um, it's worse than that. And we're also not in a coma. Like
Right.
Dean is alive and kicking right now, and we still have fight in us, and we could figure this out. But
And
he's
we're in
refusing.
this position because Dean couldn't let Sam go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Maybe
Yes.
you should learn that, Dean.
So then, so Sam gets the fairy tales connection. Like, he's just like, you know what? I'm thinking fairy tales.
And we get the
Like,
really
just,
gross comment from Dean.
Dean,
yeah.
could you
Could,
be more gay? And
and
I'm
then there's
like,
a big pause.
because he knows Cinderella, doesn't
Yeah.
everyone?
Like, hello.
And then I
Eh,
said, this coming from Dean, who just said he refuses to kiss a frog, implying that he knows the story of the princess and the
right.
frog, and that he would be said princess in that story. So I'm just like,
Right?
you also know them. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, so and he makes another reference later to like, okay, fairy tale boy, what does this? I'm sure this means something to you. Like, come on, you have to know this. But I did make a note. It is gross that Dean says, "Dude, could you be more gay?" But then
Hmm.
there's a long pause where Sam is just like not dignifying that with a response, and then Dean goes, "Don't answer that," which I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Like, don't
Like,
answer that. He already didn't. He already like
Right.
ghosted you, but
he's
whatever.
implying that he knows Sam can be more gay, and he
Yeah.
doesn't want to hear about it.
But I will say, for the queer Sam fans out there, this is yet another instance where someone
Hmm.
questions Sam's sexuality and he does not say it. He
He
does
will
not
not
He
clarify.
doesn't
does
argue.
not argue. Just saying.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just saying. So even though it was a gross moment, it's still point.
There's a moment. There's a
It's
moment
a
there for us.
Hell yes,
there's
there
a
is.
moment. Oh yeah.
And a few more positive notes. I
Mhm.
appreciate that they're in a suit for most of the episode. Even though Sam
Me
has
too.
like an ugly tie, I like it overall. And
Hmm.
there was a pleasant orange plaid that Sam was
Yes, I
wearing.
Oh
wrote down that
yes.
I really like the orange plaid.
It's very pretty. I did think it was funny that like Dean acts like hunting isn't a research-based job. Like he's like not researching again. It's like
Uh,
literally the only way you even know if you have cases is by reading the newspaper every day. Like you have to research all the time. Like what are you talking about? Like how did you ever do this without Sam? Because it is a research-based job.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess his ideal would be like somebody else does that part and just
Mhm.
like feeds him cases.
It's true. John would
Yeah,
be
he
But
like,
like,
needs
here are
he needs
coordinates,
a guy
go.
in the chair.
Yeah, he
yeah, he
does.
needs a guy in the chair.
You're right.
Yeah.
I thought the basis of this case was really stupid, if I'm going to be really honest. Like, I
Yeah.
enjoyed the stylistic choices of it, but this is like, it's weird. It's like convoluted. It's, or not convoluted. It's actually the opposite. It's so straightforward that it's too easy. And they nail it at every turn. Like,
Yeah.
the way that they get information, Sam makes, oops, I just hit my microphone. Sam makes the most outrageous connections that are so outlandish, and he's right the first time every time. And then they
Mhm.
even get to a point when even Dean is like, "Oh, so this and this," and they're like, "Oh, I guess so." And it's like, "Hello?
Right, the
Yeah.
pumpkin on the porch.
Who would ever make that, like, draw that
And
conclusion?"
there's mice there. That's
Yeah,
Cinderella. Let's go into that house where there's no evidence of something being wrong.
yeah. I
And then
think
they
the
just,
worst for me was they were walking through the just walking through the hospital for no reason in their street clothes. So they weren't even like pretending to be on duty detectives or anything. And they were just talking about it. And they were making the connection that, oh, I guess because she was Munchausen by proxy, she tried to murder, but then she did. And they like made all these connections with like very little to go off of. And I'm just like, guys, what are we doing? This
yeah.
is deranged.
But at the same time, Dean is like, oh, a little girl with white skin and very, very, very dark hair and an apple. I'm sure that means something to you, fairy tale boy. Uh, uh, you
Hello.
don't put that together? Poison apple and a little girl is basically described to be Snow White. Like what?
I thought it was really wild that they have like a full grown adult who's been in the hospital since she was 8, and someone like clearly goes and does her makeup daily and brushes
Right.
her
Ah, I
hair.
hated that. I
It
was
was
like, what the
so bad.
I was like,
I wrote down,
hello?
we could have done ourselves so many favors with this episode if we had just put adult Callie behind a curtain.
Yeah, just have
yeah,
dad like reading off to the side
Right,
and we
just
never
show her
see
feet.
her.
yeah.
Just show her feet in the
Because
mud.
she should look emaciated, gaunt, she should look pale. This woman had a full beat on. Like someone did
Yes.
Right,
full
someone had
makeup.
straightened
I
her hair.
I
Uh-huh.
Like,
fully got the impression that this was a person who's like, cool, I got cast in this role where I don't do anything but lay there.
And I'm gonna look sickening.
This is the
her
only thing
eyelids
on my
kept
reel. I have to look good for it.
her eyelids kept wiggling like during the close-ups. It was so bad.
Bless her
Oh my
heart.
gosh. Oh, poor girl.
No acting awards for Sleepy Coma Girl.
But I also like I get why they didn't think because they're looking for a little girl who's gone missing or whatever, and then they're
Mhm.
like, let's look for one who's in a coma. And um like I get why they didn't look for grown adult person in a coma because these incidents just started. But do they ever say why they just started now?
I don't think they do. And that's another like big plot hole where
Are
it's
we
like
supposed to connect it to the stepmother dying?
That happened a year ago,
maybe.
though.
Oh,
I don't
then
know.
no. I don't know. I don't
I was just like, what caused this? What's the trigger for this stuff happening? It just doesn't make
it's badly written. It's
it doesn't
badly
make
written.
sense.
It's bad.
I also like what part is it where oh yeah, it's the old lady poisoning the couple. Like in that story, the old lady in the house, she has a name, right?
I don't
Hansel
know.
and Gretel and the
And the
witch.
witch.
Isn't it the witch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have. She doesn't have a
She doesn't
name.
have a name. Okay.
No, it's a witch.
So her deal is she cages them up and then
Mhm.
feeds them until they're fat so she can eat them. She
Yeah.
doesn't poison them. So so Callie
Huh?
just out of nowhere is like, I know, I'll make this old lady like is it her subconscious because she got poisoned?
I
But
think
that's
it's.
that's not how the brothers die. Like the
I think it's
whole
just supernatural wanting to be like, ooh, this is spooky, and then like
yeah,
loosely like connecting
it
it.
just
Why
none of
did
it
she
makes
hate
sense
the
to me.
one guy who was the wolf in particular?
Right, because he gets caught up in two of her like fairy tale murders.
He
He's
does
just
look like a wolf too. They did a good job
He had
casting.
a Looney Tunes tattoo. He seemed like a decent
he's
guy.
just a
Poor
dude
guy.
who's like, dude, I volunteer on the weekends. I mean, man, like he does look kind of rough, but like also when he snaps out of it, he's like, whoa, whoa, dude. And I'm just like,
Right.
wow, your whole face just changed because
Yeah.
now you're not a wolf anymore. Like, that's pretty good. But
I do
yeah,
want to talk about that part that you're bringing up, Elle, where he like snaps out of it. So, um, Sam is like being really gentle and convincing like the doctor about his daughter. Like he sits down and this is one of my biggest like hard eye things is like when Sam is very like earnest and like calm and like comforting with victims. So he has to like gently convince the doctor that his daughter was like had attempted murder against her. Um and I said one of my notes says it's soothing to watch Dean get his ass beat up a little after how awful he's been the last two episodes. But the Sam convincing the doctor of the truth is what saves Dean. Like Dean was about to
yes,
get fucking killed, and
yep,
Sam is doing the like kind of in the chair, the guy in the chair work behind the scenes, and that's what snaps that guy out of it because he's able to get the doctor to help his daughter cross over like
yeah.
in the nick of time kind of.
Hmm.
He was able to kind of talk the doctor around fairly quickly, but I think and he had to because they in the writer's room they made it like this huge he has to be convinced immediately or Dean's gonna die thing, which is fine for tension.
Hmm.
They did kind of believably set that up, well, not set up, kind of explain it after the fact when the doctor's like, "Oh, so you've seen her too." Like he's been seeing
That's cool.
his daughter. And so because Sam's like, "No, your wife poisoned her." He won't believe that at
Right.
all. But
Hmm.
when Sam is
Hmm.
like, she is killing people because she needs to be heard,
Yeah.
then the doctor's like, oh,
Oh, I know why it just started. I just remember a line that the boys said. So I think this is what they were saying as they were walking through the hospital in their street clothes, and people were just like cool with it. Like I was like, why are y'all allowed back there to just like wander around? But they were saying that she became a vengeful spirit recently because she's been trying for so long to get her dad to like know the truth. And the longer she was out there, like no one knowing the truth, then she turned vengeful. And this is why people started dying. I don't know why it
yeah.
took her 8 years or however many years
Well,
it's
yeah,
been.
that was the note that I had after we
Mhm.
talked about what was the trigger, blah 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 blah. I happened across a note of it that I had in my notes. What was the trigger for these killings anyway? Just the time it took for her to get vengeful? That's
That's
like
what they said. But I
so
don't know. Yeah,
unsatisfying.
I don't know why
Hmm.
it took like that amount of time, where she was just like, you
Yeah.
know what? Fuck this. She got pissed or like all of a sudden. But
Yeah.
yeah, I do think that's what they said, kept it from being like a consistent thing that had been happening since she went into a coma.
But I
But
mean,
it still doesn't make a
they
lot of sense.
they
But
make such a big deal in other cases about, okay, well, why now? Okay, well, why now?
yeah, it's really
And so that
careless
they can
writing.
find like a trigger and like maybe get to the root of things. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
Mm,
The ending to me is good, but the writing leading up to this moment is really
Right. It
weak.
felt like a lot of filler.
mhm.
Yeah.
I had fun watching it, I think. Um, because of
Hmm.
all the fairy tale references and the playful camera work, and um I did have fun with it, but the writing of the case
I
itself
think it
was,
had potential to be a really fun episode. It just kind of fell flat.
Yeah, there was just too much that didn't make sense to me. And the fact that they just kept making complete outlandish like guesses that were spot on,
yeah.
like that just took me out of it. Because I was like, y'all are just, you just, what? How did you get there? None of it really made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, Sam came out with so I'm thinking fairy tales. And
Hello?
I'm like, I
What?
know that it's fairy tales because I saw the three brothers talking about what materials to build their house out of in the cold open. I saw the mysterious big fat toad in the middle of the road
I
doing
love the
ribbits. I
toad.
love that toad.
He's so
But
cute.
like we have all this, we get lots of narrative clues that Sam and Dean don't have access
Hmm.
to.
Yeah, I thought the toad, I was like totally led astray at first because I forgot that it was like fairy tales. So like I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that there was three brothers and that they were building houses. And so when I saw the toad, I thought plagues. Like I thought, oh, we're going
Oh,
biblical. So like
Hmm.
then when it was like Hansel and Gretel, I was like, oh no, we're doing fairy tales. Forget, But I don't know, like I'm with you. Like there's no reason that they should. There's no reason you see a pumpkin and you think, that little
Yeah.
there's a girl in there being tortured by her stepmother like
Especially
Cinderella.
right before Halloween.
yeah, they said it was around Halloween. So,
But what about the mice? Obviously,
well,
boom,
he didn't,
lawyer.
we didn't even see the mice until he was like, Cinderella. Oh, mice. Like,
I
And
don't know,
nothing
this
ever
is just
came of
really
the
dumb.
toad. Like the
yeah,
toad was just a toad.
The
it was
toad was
just a
just
toad.
there for Dean to say I would like no homo would never kiss
No
a male
homo with this
frog.
toad.
I would
No
never
homo
be a
with the toad, dude.
princess
No homo with that toad.
with that frog. Yeah,
No Toto.
no Toto with that
But Sam didn't say
Toto.
anything about not
No,
kissing the
Sam
toad.
would definitely
Sam
kiss a
would kiss
toad.
that frog.
Sam is okay with
How
being a
did we get
princess.
here? He is
Actually,
okay with
Sam
that.
was just called a princess in the
He
last
was called a
episode.
princess in so many. I know, like he is a princess. He's
We
Wow.
people's
figured it
princess.
out. We
He's
I
just
think
figured
like
it
we
out.
cracked the
just
code.
like Princess Diana. Okay. Um so now we have a doctor who understands that supernatural is real and that there are Winchesters who do what they do. And I
Mhm.
think that's cool. I just wish that again we utilizes that later down the road.
That would be
Um,
so
because
helpful.
we talk
Hmm.
about that all the time. Elle and I have talked about it. Christy, we've talked about it like hello, but we will just squander this connection. Um,
Fine.
You're never gonna see him again. Whatever.
yep. And I could think we kind of already like talked about the you want me to let you go, Dean, like which I think is a deranged thing to ask of Sam. But
Deranged.
did y'all want
Hmm.
to like get into that a little bit more?
Um, yeah, I
My
mean that's the part where the letting the girl go gets turned into like advice for Sam, right?
Hmm.
yeah,
That's that part.
yeah.
Um, yeah, just to let Dean go. How can you possibly
You
ask
didn't let
that of
Sam
your
go.
brother
I know.
after the thing that you did when you couldn't let Sam go?
It's so clear, and this goes back to like my own therapy issues, but it's so clear that Dean cannot sit in any discomfort of his own, so he has to make
Hmm.
sure that he places it on Sam to deal with. He's like, I didn't want to deal with that discomfort, so I made a choice for both of us where now you are forced to deal with that discomfort, and I don't have to deal with it, so I'm happy and I don't care. But you want to get out of that, too bad. I got what I needed out of this, so goodbye.
Yeah,
And
this is your problem. You deal
ugh,
with it
it's a
on your
problem
own.
I chose for you. It's just so disgusting to me.
Yeah.
It makes me so mad. But Sam sneaks away to try to figure out how to help Dean because Dean refuses to compromise in any possible way, which is the beginning of Sam having no choice but to work behind Dean's back, even though for some fucking reason this fandom has made that a moral failing on his part. And
Yeah.
for some reason it's
Hmm.
fine for Dean to just be a fucking like brickhead about everything.
Brickhead.
Um,
I love
so
it.
I wanted to ask y'all when he's burying the box, is Jared's little booty just like out? Like, I swear to God, I thought I saw crack. I was like, cover yourself, sir.
I
Can
didn't
you
I
find a
didn't pay
screenshot of that?
attention to that.
I didn't either.
I feel like a failure.
I really
I
thought I
have
saw his
failed.
little booty.
Well, find a screenshot
I will do
Okay.
and
some. I'll do
I
put
some.
it
I
in
demand
almost
the
said
proof.
I'll do some digging. That sounds
do
really
some
terrible. I
digging.
will find it, and I
Um,
will
put
put
it in
it.
the notes.
I'm gonna put in the visuals.
Yeah. Well, I liked his response to her, you can beg for your life.
Oh my
Um,
God.
I I mean,
I don't
I
like
didn't
when a
know the
man says
background.
that to a woman, but
Mhm.
it's a man saying that to a demon. So like it's just
He's
me.
saying it to a demon,
Yeah.
and she's acting, she's smarmy because she's a crossroads demon. She's like, what can I do for you? And he's
But
like, you
also,
can beg for
do
your life. He's mad because he's hoping that a crossroads demon is taking his brother away from him. Like I get it, and I guess I wasn't super like upset about it,
I think the
but
optics are bad, but I don't think the story is bad. Like it makes
Right.
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I do think I do have like questions. I'm like, if that demon left her body and went into a man's body, is it now a man? Or do demons have gender? I'm always very
Well,
confused about that too.
so demons,
It depends
isn't
on
there
how they
also
become a demon too, because you can be
right?
tortured into becoming one, but like
And so that means you had a human body
at some point,
before.
because that's how Ruby became a demon,
That's how
right?
Crowley became a demon.
That's right.
So
Crowley.
so if Crowley smoked out of his vessel and went into a female vessel,
He would be a dude
he
in
would be a
in a woman's body.
yeah. He would
But if you're just this demon that like just existed in hell,
who was made into a demon by like Lilith or something.
yeah, maybe you're fluid. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, like angels, they're like,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah,
genderless.
I did think it was interesting we got
Hmm.
more like Ruby lore, even though she wasn't there. Like we could see that the other demons don't like her, which again
Hmm.
is going to speak to why it feels like we can trust her.
Trust her. Hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
Because
And
the crossroads demon is like, how'd you get that gun? Ruby.
I knew that she called her, she was like, she's so annoying or something like that.
Yeah.
Or a thorn in
She's
my
a
side or
she's a
something.
pain in my ass or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she was spitting facts about Dean. Like she was just like, yeah, he's broken. He's psychotic. Like he's all these things, like she said. And she did get a little, she crossed the line. She was kind of like, you'll be glad when he's dead.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of truth to it where it's like, yeah, I mean, your life probably would be better without Dean,
Well,
Yeah.
right.
honestly.
Well, and
Like just
Sam the
handle
whole
grief healthily. Like,
right? Go to therapy and you'll be fine.
you'll be fine.
But literally through that whole thing, Sam is just going, "Shut up. Shut up." And
Mhm.
then she's like, I think you're protesting too much. Like,
Yeah.
wait, he literally has said, just repeated the same two words over and over. That's not protesting too much. That's
I do think he was though. I think he wanted her to shut up because he didn't want to hear the truth and she knew that.
right.
And I was just like,
Hmm.
just
I agree with that, but
calm down, Sam. Like stop saying things because you're showing her that she's getting to you. And that's how
yeah, I
demons
just,
get you.
I guess it rankled because protest too much is like that phrase is like when you are over explaining and giving lots of excuses and you're like, no, because this and this and this. He was just very obviously like, stop saying things like
Because they're true.
because they might be true.
Right.
Like I agree with you with what was happening internally. I just hate that she used that turn of phrase because I think it's wrong, but
There
that's
was a
just
lot
because
about both these episodes that weren't right.
they were
Hmm.
not right.
We did end up learning there's a demon boss who wants Dean's soul. And
Yeah.
so like the
Wants it
contract is
bad, she
hid.
said.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so he ends up shooting her, which we hate to see, but it's nothing Dean wouldn't do. And I said he's freaking Dean out because he's acting more like Dean, which eventually Dean will
Mhm.
say, like, Sam will be like, well, I had to be like you because you're going to die. So, like, I had to just start being like you. Like, it's
Mhm.
literally not
You're
even,
not going to be here. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, I'm not darker. I'm just being like you
Hmm.
because I have to. You put me
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
position. And
Yeah.
Dean's like, oh no, the consequences of my choices.
Like, yeah, him shooting this demon is supposed to be like a sign of something
I
that
just
he's
like
not
how
fully Sam or whatever, but he's
it
really just Dean.
It just never, yeah, it just never occurs to Dean that maybe the choices he's making that affect Sam are going to change the way Sam interacts with the world because now he has to be different. And maybe he's also depressed and sad. Like he's like, why can't I make this choice for you? And also you continue to be my cute, dumb, annoying little brother. And it's like, because life happens and people react to that in
Your
different
choices
ways.
caused this, bro.
Yeah, like there are consequences for
Why
it.
can
I
I
don't.
not make choices and you be unaffected by them?
Right.
Yeah.
How dare you? Is it? I don't know if this this means anything at all, but I am. It reminds me so much of when dudes are like, "Oh, are you on your period?" Because women like get irritable. But the fact of the
Wow.
matter is, our hormones are more
Mhm.
closely aligned to men's just all the time
Yeah.
hormones at that point. So like you think that I am being a bitch right now, but I'm actually more like you than any other time of
I'm
the month.
acting more like you
I'm
than I
more like
normally am.
you.
Yeah.
Like that it just
I
gives
thought
me
you were
these
gonna say
vibes.
like the fuck boy like tagline where it's like, I can't believe you hurt yourself with my treatment of you. Like, how could you, why would you hurt your own feelings with my treatment of you? Like, it's like that. But okay,
Why
do you have
would you
any?
step on my neck with my own boot like that?
How could you do that? It's the guy, that meme with where he has a boot on his own
Yeah.
hand and he's like,
Yeah.
so do y'all have any final thoughts before we rate this one?
Let's see.
So I got about halfway through this episode very much convinced it was an entirely different episode.
What episode did you think it was?
I got this one confused with Plucky Penny Whistles. And I was so sad when I realized it was not the same
I
episode.
know, I love that one so
Lucky
much.
Penny
That
Whistle is
was
in like season
7.
7.
Yeah, it's fun.
So
It's
that
the
was,
glitter one.
yeah, with
Yes.
the unicorn. I thought it was a unicorn episode.
It's
My
not.
first note is, wait, I think I love this one. Unicorns,
Oh no.
right?
No, I
No.
remember when you said you started it and you
Unicorns.
were like, I think it's gonna be great. I was like, she's gonna be disappointed.
This is not the one she thinks
So
it is.
crushed.
I know. Oh, I'm sorry.
So it was all downhill from there.
Bacon Brothers. It's the best part of the episode.
Bacon.
Bay Construction. Bacon Brothers.
That's my final thought. There were no unicorns.
No
What a waste. There
unicorns.
should
What a
always be at
waste.
least one.
Wouldn't it
All
be funny
right.
if they hit a unicorn in every episode and we've just been missing it this whole time?
We're gonna have to start looking. Elle, are we ready to rate?
Yep.
Okay. We're gonna do wardrobe again. Horrendous, adorable, genuinely good, or terrible but great. Elle, how did you feel about the wardrobe in this
Um,
episode?
I I liked the suits. The suits always ratchet things up, even if I don't like the tie for me.
That's how I felt
Um,
too.
yeah, so I'm gonna do a genuinely good.
What about you, Christy?
I gave this a genuinely good. I loved the orange flannel that he
Yeah,
had in
Mm,
this
it's
one.
pretty. He
that
looks
too.
good in those autumn colors.
Yeah.
I said same thing. I really liked it. I've genuinely the best part of consistently throughout the season has been Ruby and the way they've been dressing Sam. They're getting it right, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Okay, so our Sam enjoyer scale, 0 to 5. We're gonna start with screen time. Elle, how did you feel about Sam's screen time?
I didn't feel much about it at all,
How would
honestly.
you rate it?
I'm gonna rate it. Well, he just had a little concerned face. I'm like scrolling through my notes, like sketch artist. I'm gonna I'm gonna rate it like a 2.5.
Okay. Damn. What
Sorry.
about you, Christy?
I gave it a 3.
Cool.
Eh, eh, eh,
I'm the
eh.
downer this time.
Yeah, I gave it a 4. I thought he was
Well,
on screen
Oh,
a lot of time. He was on the screen a lot, and then he was key screen time that saved Dean, and
that's
he did all
true.
the
oh
important
yeah.
stuff. So I thought the screen time was good. Whether it was like what he was doing on screen was well written, that's different. But he was there a lot, which I do
I think
appreciate.
I think that's going to be in my Sam taxes.
That's totally fine.
I'm putting that in my hard
Yeah.
eyes.
Cool. So, as a Sam
Of taxes.
enjoyer, Elle, how much did you enjoy this episode?
Um, I enjoyed the Sam parts a lot. So I'm gonna say like 3.75.
3.75. What if I sing every number that you guys give me? Okay. Christy, how
What
much
if we
did
do it in harmony?
you how much how much did you enjoy, Christy?
I gave this one a 3.5.
Nice. Oh no, I did it wrong. I put a fraction. 3.5. Oh God, that's so wrong. Okay, got it. Sorry, I'm putting stuff into a spreadsheet, listeners, because I don't do fast math like this. So I have a spreadsheet doing it for me, and it looked insane what I just accidentally typoed. Okay, final thing is heart eyes, 0 to 5. L, how were your heart eyes?
I'm gonna do a 4.5.
Wow.
Ooh,
That's where my Sam taxes went.
there they go. The
He's just cute.
numbers.
He did the
He is
concerned
very
face.
cute.
He talked to the doctor. He
Mhm.
talked to he
Hee hee hee.
he did the he got that he did the sketch artist
Yeah,
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Christy, how was your heart eyes?
I gave him a 4.25 for the sketch artist.
Ooh, very high. Maybe I should give it higher, but I'm not going to change it now because this is how I felt in the moment. I gave it a 3.5. He was darling, like so sweet, so like earnest with the doctor. But at the end of the day, none of my big like 4+ like elements of hard eyes were there for me. So I gave it a 3.5. So we rated the episode on the Sam scale. I gave it a 3.5. L, you gave it a 3.58, and Chris, you gave it a 3.58 as well. Whoa, y'all have the
Wow.
exact same score.
Whoa.
So overall, this is going to be rated on an average of 3.55555555556. Now I'm really interested to see how the general rating system is going to compare because the first one was a 2.8 versus a 1.5. Neither are good, but the general rating was horrible for that one. So I wonder what this one will be. So we've got, again, writing, directing is one, acting is one, and enjoyment is another, just in general. L, on a scale from 0 to 5, how would you rate the writing slash directing of
Mm.
what is it called?
So
Bedtime stories?
bedtime
Bedtime
stories.
stories. Okay.
So it's interesting because the writing, not tight, not
Mm-mm,
great.
mm-mm.
The directing, the stylistic
Yeah.
elements,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I this could have been a very good episode. Um,
And
but
yet,
and yet, I think uh here's the thing. I think the director did the best that they could, but it couldn't save the writing.
I
So
agree.
I'm gonna give this to the writing, and that's gonna be like 2 for me.
Okay. 2. Christy?
I gave it a 2.5.
Okay. That's what I gave it to. I agree. I think the writing was really bad. And it just but then the stylistic choices were really good. So I gave
Hmm.
it like I bumped it a like a half point because the directing was cool. Like I like those stylistic choices and like
Yeah.
the editing and like when they had like kind of the cool color, like the hyper like kind of fairy tale colors and stuff. So I tried to give it a little bit, but the
Yeah,
writing was just
music choices and
yeah, it just wasn't
God, the
good
writing was
writing.
just so
They didn't have a lot to work
not
with.
it.
I know
it
it's a
was
bummer.
just yeah.
Okay, so what about acting choices? Elle, how would you score like acting?
For this one, I am gonna score it like a 4.5 because there were so many small moments of, oh, that feels genuine to
Okay,
me.
cool. How about you, Christy?
I gave it a 3.5. Like most of the secondary and background actors
Mm-hmm.
were really pretty fun, except
Yeah,
for whatever was going on with weird adult Callie there.
I know, bless her heart.
I
Like
mean, she
little
barely
Callie was
acted,
cute.
so She just laid there, so I didn't even really
Yeah.
figure
She
her in.
wasn't good at it though.
Yeah, no, she wasn't good at
Sorry.
it.
Oh no.
Blink. Yeah, she was like blinking with her eyes
But
closed.
little Callie was great.
She was
Yes,
fine. I gave
she
it a
was fine.
3 because I thought the whole thing was fine. Like, I think Gretel was great.
Mhm.
She was really good. I thought little piggy guy was kind of cool. He was okay to me. The little girl was a little stiff. I didn't think she was pretty, but she was kind of stiff. I just think it was generally fine. That's how I felt about the acting. No one brought a tear to my eye. I will say that. So the last one is just general enjoyment of this episode. Elle, how did you feel about it?
Um, like I said, I think at one point I was having fun. I like divorced myself from all the inconsistencies and dumbness,
Hmm.
and I had fun. 3.5 for me.
Nice. What about you, Christy?
I gave it a 3. Like it was a solidly fine filler episode. I'm
Definitely.
sad that we wasted time on this in a 16 episode season, but
Literally.
it
That's true.
was
Literally.
fine.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they don't know at this point that they're wasting time, but
Right.
damn. I gave it a 2.5. I thought it was fine. Like I'm saying, it's fine. I would never say, hey, I really want to watch that episode. Like I would never just put
Yeah.
it on. So for it to be that kind of episode of me and to get a 3 for me, it needs to be the kind of episode I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll throw that one on. I will never choose to watch this unless I'm doing a full watch through
Mhm.
because to me, it's just not special enough. So we have done a general rating of this one. I gave it a 2.6. Elle gave it a 3.3. Chrissy gave it a straight 3. And it averages out to be a straight 3 on the general scale.
Wow.
That
Wow.
versus a 3.5 on the Sam scale. So Sam did elevate this episode for us.
So this is a solidly average
Average,
episode.
average episode. Yeah.
This is a this is okay.
Which
This
is
is an
honestly
episode.
really good compared to others that we have rated in the like in this one and the last one. Really
Uh-huh.
low. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this season, but
I genuinely, I thought I liked this season a lot more.
I used to. I don't know what's changed except what I said at the beginning. I've decentered men and I have gone to therapy.
Um,
Yeah.
I did get I found a piece of trivia because the name Mike Roll, is
Mm.
he the director? Is that
Yes.
what you said?
Yes.
He that name like rang. So I looked up, he is Casey Roll's dad. She is in an episode of Supernatural. She plays a character named Marin.
Marin.
Marin. But she's also in
Is it later in the series?
I think so.
Because Marin
2012.
is a patient in the hospital with Sam when Sam is in the hospital.
That's where she
It's
Oh,
is.
so
That's who she's
important.
from.
When you
She
said
is
that, I was
very
like,
important.
that's an
Casey
important
Roll.
character.
That was an important character. I
Mhm.
because I was like, and then she's also in Hannibal, the series,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is when I saw Hannibal, I was like, where do I know this girl from? And it's because that episode is so important in Supernatural.
I
So
have a
yeah,
tag. I
she's
have a
his
Marin
daughter.
tag because of how important that character is in Sam's like storyline during that
Yeah,
time.
she's so important. But
I
so
love
yeah, I
that.
was like,
oh.
that name sounds so familiar. I have to look it up.
Hmm.
So
We
that's what
get
I
Good
am
for
keeping.
you.
we get Mystery Spot and Ghost Facers in this season.
Yeah, we do.
It makes sense.
And we
Oh,
get
okay. Yep.
the Christmas special,
Yes,
which I
That's
love.
in this
I
season
love that
too.
one.
That's
See,
in
this
I
is what I'm
love that
saying.
one.
That
Mhm.
is it erases these.
I
It
think
just
so
blots them
because
out.
I got to the Christmas special that my first watch through, and that's when I decided this was my show because it made me cry. And that episode's getting its own like
Good.
podcast episode.
As
So
well it
I
should.
I
yeah.
watch that every Christmas.
I know, me too. I love it so much. It's so sweet. All right, guys, thank you for being on. I know that you know, Q will be glad we're done so you can go hang out with your baby.
And
But
he better be asleep. He had better be asleep at this point.
well, I can't wait to talk to you guys more about season 3. Hopefully it gets better. And I will see you next time.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye.